Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again to Scott Field for tonight's ball game featuring the Pulaski Academy Bruins and your Hall High Steam High School Warriors. Tonight's captains for the Bruins, number 70, Trace Hawkins, number 61, Max Gorman, number 23, Josiah Johnson, and number 5, Cameron Mercer. For the Warriors, number 16, CJ Smith, and number 54, Salim Abdi. The Bruins have won the toss and have elected to receive the opening kickoff. The Warriors will kick off and defend the eastern goal. Preparing to kick off for the Warriors, number 54, Salim Abdi. Deep for the Bruins, number 24, Caleb Nichols, and number 6, Joe Hyman. The onside kick is fielded by number 30, Isarius Woods. The ball is spotted at the Bruin 44-yard line, first and 10 Bruins. Handoff goes to number 6, Joe Hyman. He's stopped by number 6, VJ Sisk. After making his way to the Warrior, just inside the Warrior 38-yard line, 1st and 10 Bruins. Pass is complete to Dylan Allison. He's stopped by Sisk at the Warrior 27-yard line, 1st and 10 Bruins. Pass intended for number 25, Cooper White, is incomplete. Batted down by number 1, Kavion Ruckers. 2nd and 10. Prior to the snap, there are penalty flags on the play. Offsides is the call against the Warriors. That will move the ball to the Warrior 22-yard line. 1st down, 5 to go. Pass intended for number 11, Dylan Allison, is incomplete. Number 3, Timothy Price on the coverage. 3rd and 5.
Cooper White both set up to kind of give him a lane to take off in the end zone. Those right past Caldwell fully over the red zone. 11 minutes.
Von Seaver prepares for the point after kick. Prior to the snap, there's a penalty flag on the play. Offsides is the call against the Warriors. And we'll move the ball half the distance to the goal for the retry.
They're still going to kick it.
The point after kick is good, making the score Warriors 0, Bruins 7.
7-0.
Von Seelig prepares to kick off for the Bruins.
I guess gotta make sure it's the right one. All right, so here's Seelig out to kick. Got the ball at an angle, not quite up and down, not quite sideways. There's the kick. It's a helicopter kick. It is recovered. That's straight in the arms of Timothy Price for the Warriors at the 49-yard line in Warrior territory. Welcome back, Mr. Carroll.
Welcome back, and thank you, Will Graves.
Welcome, everyone.
Right. So we're just up here talking to ourselves.
Yep.
But, so what you missed, you saw it on TV. You didn't hear us describe it, but that was the Bruins' first possession, and they came away with the first touchdown after 51 seconds coming off the clock. Now we have 11 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Bruins lead 7-0. Go ahead.
That was, so let's see here. We got Dylan Brown under center. He pitches it out to Kavion Rucker to the right. He's got a little room, and he takes a hit and spins around and is taken down out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That's good for a Warrior touchdown, and they're off to the races here. That was Caleb Nichols that scored the touchdown for the Bruins after a screen pass by Nolan Bruffett to the right. So we got Qualion Jefferson center. He's got Dylan Brown under center behind him. There's a snap. We've got a man in motion. Brown is running out to the right. They're running the option. He's not sure what to do with it. He does pitch it. That is to number 6, B.J. Sisk. That's going to be a loss for the Warriors. Yeah, they're going to say he lost 2 to 3 yards there. So it is second down and about 13 to go for the Warriors here. 10:37 left in the first quarter.
Fudashinkawa in there with the tackle, helping out.
And I'm sorry, that appears to be Ashton White is the center. So here's Brown waiting for the snap. There it is. He hands it off to Rucker. Rucker's looking for some room. He finds a couple of yards worth over the middle before he's taken down. Looked like that was Cameron Mercer in on the tackle, and that was good for a gain of 5 yards. So the Warriors looking at third down and 7 to go. So clock ticks under the 10-minute mark.
Christina, if you would turn my headset down just a very little bit, I would appreciate it.
So here is Brown again under center. There's a snap. He is under pressure, and he is taken down quickly. That was number 21. That was Ramella Bell, who got in the backfield before Brown knew what was happening. Broke up the pass, or the safety pass, that Brown was looking to throw. It was almost intercepted by the Bruins, so Warriors looking at 4th and 8. Brown looks a little shook up as he's going to get back in the huddle. That was Darius Henderson that came out to join the Warriors. He's going to line up to the near side as Brown's under center. Man in motion. There's a snap. He's under pressure immediately. That was Fudashinkawa that brought him down, and it's an incomplete pass intended for Manikai Baker, and the Bruins force a turnover on downs on the first possession for the Warriors here with 9 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Bruins are going to start off with the ball at their own 35-yard line. As we see Charlie Pfizer come out to lead this offensive drive for the Bruins. So here we go. He is in the shotgun. Got Hyman to his right, Trips to his right, and a single receiver to the very far side. Hyman's in motion. Pass over the middle by Pfizer to Cooper White. He's over midfield. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. 44-yard line, they're going to say. That's good for a Bruin first down. They're on the move once again. Pfizer's looking to the sidelines for the play.
Sorry, having some issues here.
It's okay. He's got this exact same formation out there. There's a snap. Pfizer looking deep. He's got man, Jalen Witcher out there, and it's just over his fingertips. He was heading for the end zone if he'd been able to bring that one in. But
well, it was a good thing that he was watching the ball very closely because that snap nearly sailed over his head.
It did. It was a high snap.
I am curious to see who's out there on center. Let's see. That is 57 for the Bruins. That's what I thought. That is Mason Schick, by the way. So this is his first game back after a pretty severe injury, and so we're excited to see him back on the field once again. There's the snap, handoff immediately to Hyman. He's across the 40, works his way up. He's still on his feet and gets shoved out of bounds right at or just beyond the 35-yard line. That's a good effort by him. Not quite enough for a first down, but it's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Bruins. There's 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Bruins lead 7-0. The ball is spotted at the 36-yard line. That's Charlie Pfizer in the shotgun. There's a flag before the snap. There's a false start against the, that's going to be offsides, I believe. Let's see.
Nope, they're saying false
start against the Bruins. I thought he signaled the other direction first.
That's the second PI roofing penalty that we've seen tonight, one on each team so far.
Interesting. Yeah, Grant is on the sidelines right in front, standing right behind that side judge, and he said, yeah, he really did signal the other direction, but he said false start, so it's kind of backwards, but that's okay. So we'll have 3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Bruins. 8:38 remaining in the first quarter. Pfizer's in the shotgun. He has twins on either side of the field, man in motion. There's the snap. Looking to the pass to the right side. The pass is out there. There's Dylan Allison, and he caught it and is hit immediately to knock him out of bounds at about, what is that? He's going to place it. It's not a generous placement, but he placed it at the 19-yard line. It's still enough for a first down for the Bruins.
And that is inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
That's right. So here's Pfizer again. He's in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and he has 1 man on either side of him in the backfield. There's the snap. Little play fake, and that handoff goes to Joe Hyman. He's across the 10, the 5, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Joe Hyman. Nicely done.
Sorry for the static there, folks.
Not sure. Pulled the mic away.
We have wires running in weird directions.
You have no idea how many wires we've got running up here. Every time we put on a broadcast like this, we are basically unpacking and building a TV studio all over again, and we take it down after the game. So it's a major process. There's the snap. Hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Bruins, with 8 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter, lead this one 14-0. Is that Richard Griffith I see on the sidelines right there? Yes, it is. With his long, flowing blonde locks.
Good to see him back.
Right.
We have money being thrown.
No,
oh.
That was from, that's for later.
Okay.
I know we've had a couple of folks already ask about a game clock on the screen. I tell you what, you wouldn't believe how difficult that is to do because, we're not keeping a clock, so we'd have to tap into the home team's scoreboard controller, and that's it's either difficult or expensive. And luckily, we have a great number of sponsors, and we're hoping to very soon add that to our production. Here's the kick.
That's Pfizer with the attempted side.
That's a Crown Trophy onside kick attempt.
It did not go well.
No, it didn't. It bounced out about 2 yards too short for that to be a legal onside kick. So the Warriors are going to take possession inside Bruin territory to start their second drive.
So we got Dylan Brown out there. try to put some points on the board for the Warriors here. Ashton Witt out there, ready to snap it. And there's the snap. There's the handoff. And that was to number 9, Manikai Baker, and he picked up, they're going to give him a yard on that carry, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Looked like he was stopped by number 8. That's Josh Cady for the Bruins.
Sam has
the second of 3 great Cady boys.
Saw Michael Howard come on the field for the Warriors. Here's Brown waiting for the snap.
Oh, he's going down.
He goes nowhere but down.
That was Dale Pino with that sack for loss. They lost about 6 or 7 yards on that one.
Yeah, well-timed blitz by Dale Pino. Not even a blitz. He just
ran straight up the gut.
He was like, oh, I want the man. I want the ball.
Yeah.
As we see Darius Henderson come on for the Warriors. Brown's going to try to make up the damage here.
7 minutes, 23 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Bruins lead 14-0.
There's a snap. Brown's waiting for it. There it is. He's rolling out to his right. He's under pressure, and he's taken down by Fuda.
Fuda Shinkawa, you are not going to outrun him.
No.
Oh, and he's hurt.
Brown is hurt.
No. It's too early in the game for that.
No. He is up. He's going to walk it off. He was already he was hobbling a bit after that first series, and
sure,
I think whatever was hurting him just got aggravated. So you see the punt team come on for the Warriors. Look like Timothy Price is going to be back to kick, and of course back to receive for the Bruins is absolutely no one.
That's right, as they do.
Oh, Mr. No One.
Right, all on his lonesome. There's the snap.
It's a high one, and Price gives it a boot, and it is going to land at the 35-yard line and take a big Warrior roll bounce into the anti-Caldwell Toyota red zone, whatever the opposite of red is. I guess green.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh.
Well, your wife's the art teacher. I guess you would have a better chance of knowing than I.
I would have
thought blue.
No, that's a primary color.
Oh, see, that's why I can't teach art.
Yeah, well, amongst other things.
Well, see, now
there's that little matter of a, degree of teaching
of
all that.
Art,
art teaching.
That is Bruffett again. He has the snap. Oh, and it looks like he started to pass that one. I bet he had a wet ball in his hand from the dew out there. And
so there has been something going on with the ball, and I haven't quite figured out what it. Maybe Grant can figure it out for us. But I've seen him come over there to the sidelines and ask for a different ball that Coach Kelly's that they've had out there, and Coach Kelly's been like, okay, what's going on? And happened the first few series. Don't know what was going on with that. So there's a snap, there's a handoff, and there is a quick tackle.
Wow, he was sacked.
Joe Hyman, that was
Jabazo Somersville with that tackle. That's what it says. Jazabo Somersville.
Yes,
Sorry.
That's okay. I can see how you get confused.
Yeah, just transpose a couple letters. That's all it takes.
So Bruffett's got his work cut out for him at 4th and 19.
Is it 4th? We've got 3 on the field.
I would say it's
4
third
up
down.
here.
Yeah, they've run 2 plays. And
there's the snap. He's looking to the left side. The pass is out there, and he's got a man. That was Cooper White was his intended receiver. But you had, coming out of nowhere, was B.J. Sisk, and interrupted that pass. He could have caught it, I think.
It was close.
But he slapped it down.
Yeah, he had some hands on it, but Bruin's very lucky that wasn't a pick six right there. So now it's 4th and 19. So Bruffett's in the shotgun. Waiting for the snap. There it is. He's looking deep. He's got Joe Hyman over the middle. It is incomplete, just out of the hands of Joe. And so the Bruins have turned it over on downs deep in their own territory. Warriors absolutely going to be looking to capitalize here. The Warriors now find themselves in the Caldwell Toyota red zone with 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter. The Bruins leading here 14-0. Looking to see if Dylan Brown has come out there. He saw him hobble off the field after the second series for the Warriors here. And I am not seeing him on the field. I see BJ Sisk come out. Looks like he is going to be out there under center. So the Warriors already were in a bit of a hole, 14-0, and now down their quarterback. So there's Sisk. He pitches it to Kavion Rucker, and Rucker has a lane into the end zone, and that's a touchdown Warriors. Rucker was going so fast he actually jumped onto the, I believe that's the pole vaulting pad in the end zone for the Warriors. So now it is 14-6 with 4 minutes and 59 seconds left. The Warriors were able to capitalize on the Bruins' inability to get the ball out of the red zone, or out of the deep in Warrior territory. So that is number 55, Darius Woodus, out there to attempt the extra point. There's the kick, and it is up, and it is good as the Warriors now trail a single possession worth 7 points.
Oh, goodness. Sorry about
yeah,
that.
It's still 4:59.
4:59 remaining in the first quarter.
They scored it right with 4:59. So we saw the Warriors onside kick it.
I've been curious why it is that the Bruins have been kicking instead of going for two each game. Or each time they score. Grant actually is on the sidelines, and he has something to tell us about that. Grant, go ahead.
Found out why Vaughn is actually kicking. They're trying to keep the score low enough to where the second string can come in and have a good game. They're trying to keep the score to a minimum, trying not to go for too much, because they're trying to get where the second string can come in and they not mercy roll too early.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay, very good. Thank you, Grant. It's good information. Christina, if you don't mind bringing up that channel that Grant's on just a little bit more, I'll turn it down up here if I need to.
Well, we find ourselves in unusual territory for this season because we're on the visitor side.
Yeah,
I don't know if we did that very much last year at all.
You know, the only time I could think of that we did, it was because we couldn't get in the press box because they told us it was too small or whatever reason, and so we ended up having to broadcast from the stands. And so this is actually the first time that I can remember that we actually have a press box on the visitor side to use. That's really nice.
Very nice. That was Dylan Allison that recovered the kick by Woodus.
That was another Crown Trophy onside kick.
I don't know if that was an onside kick.
I think it was. It was just, maybe it might not have been intended to be.
Intended, yeah.
Sure.
I think it was just, hoping they may bobble it deep in territory and not go anywhere with it.
Here is
Pfizer.
That's Pfizer in the shotgun. That's a shovel pass immediately to Jalen Witcher. He's across the 40, working his way to the 45. He gets stopped up right there at the 45 and gets pulled down by Kavion Rucker.
Oh, he was definitely looking for a little more running room. He was heading for the sidelines and decided to circle back and just couldn't quite find a seam.
Well, speaking of Jalen, I wanted to mention this coming from flying in from Jonesboro. Let's go, Jalen, from Papa Byron and Uncle Skeet. They're watching in Jonesboro. Come on, grandson.
Right.
There's this time the handoff goes to Hyman, and he makes his way back up to the line of scrimmage before being brought down by his neck.
Wow.
That had to hurt.
That did not look like it felt good. So with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left, the Bruins, once again, not moving the ball quite as well as they did the first two go-rounds with it.
I should mention that text message comes in across our Crown Trophy live fan feedback right there on the screen. Text us your thoughts during the game. Pfizer again in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on the left side, 3 wide to the right. There's the snap. Looking to the right side to pass. The pass is out there. He's got, oh no, it was intended for Jalen Wincher, but instead it got picked off
and that ball
by Darius Henderson. The ball came loose when he came down. Let's see who comes out of that pile with it. Referees are trying to get down there. Let's see. Yes, that is a Warrior ball.
Oh, and that is one thing that the Bruins have had serious problems with this year.
Wow.
That was number 11 on the year for them.
Wow.
And both Pfizer and Bruffett had an interception thrown last game. And so, yeah, they've combined for 10 total on the season.
Well, I know that Coach Kelly was very concerned about the quarterback situation this year, and so that's one of the things that they're looking for is to find one of these two that, or maybe somebody else on the team that's really going to stand out and step up. And so this is a good game to work out those kinks.
Yes.
Under center. There's a flag before the snap. It's going to be false start against the Warriors. That's another PI Roofing penalty flag. Grant told me that last kick, that was not an onside kick. It was a squib kick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, makes sense.
So here is, that is number 6. That's Sisk again. He pitches it to the left.
That's C.J. Smith with the carry. And he gets brought down by Romello Bell right at the 50-yard line.
For his second tackle. And I'm not sure if we will see Dylan Brown again tonight, but the way that the Warriors are moving the ball, they may not opt to send him back out there and just keep him healthy. As we see Michael Howard come out and join the huddle. Sisk has got the marching orders. He's ready to go, lining up under center. Bruins got 10 men in the box right now. They know the run's coming. Sisk is looking for room, and he does not find much.
No, he got wrapped up quick.
He may have gotten a first down. No, they're going to say that ball is.
I don't know. Let's see where they place it first because it's pretty close. If it really is at the 49-yard line,
they may need to measure that.
Yeah, it looks like the officials are pretty comfortable with it.
All right. Well.
There's the other marker. Grant's pointing at us.
What? Oh. Wow. All right.
That way.
Yeah.
Going the other direction, guys.
Yeah.
Grant's like, it's amateur hour up there on the radio.
It absolutely is. All right, so here's a snap, and Sisk is looking to pass. He lobs it in the air. It is well short of his intended target. And
let's go ahead and give a good sportsmanship attaboy to Hall Warrior. That's number 3 for the Warriors. That is Timothy Price helping one of the Bruin defense up on his feet.
That was Josh Cady, who's looking to pick that ball and didn't realize how easy it would have been.
It's so easy to get on a team and kind of think, we're opposing, we're fighting against each other, therefore we hate each other. No, it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
You have different teams, you have different, let's go this far, points of view.
Yeah.
Just because you have a different team or a different point of view doesn't mean you have to hate each other. So kudos to number 3, Timothy Price.
We got a hug and haul timeout here by the Warriors as they going to try to figure out what they're going to do with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter, and I believe we're going to take ourselves a break.
Let's do it. We'll be right back with more Bruin football here on PA Live.
Hey Bruin fans, there are lots of ways to support your school. One is Kroger. Everyone shops at Kroger using their Kroger card. If you designate Pulaski Academy as the beneficiary, a percentage of your purchases come back to the school. Another way is through Amazon Smile. We have a Stock the Lounge right now for our teachers. You can purchase goods on Amazon and a percentage of the purchase comes back to the school. You can find that in your email or watch our Twitter feed at PA_advancement.
Welcome back to Scott Field. The Bruins playing against our host, the Hall Warriors. Folks, one more time, we have a contest going on this evening. All you have to do to be involved in this contest to win these prizes that you can see right now is to donate $5 or more. Go online, PulaskiAcademy.org/give online. The winner will be announced during tonight's fourth quarter. So go in there and get involved right now.
So this is an Aloft Hotel fourth down conversion attempt by the Warriors. There's the pitch. That is to Rucker. He lofts it in the air, and there's no one where he threw the ball.
There's a flag on the play.
And that ball
after the play.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. So
what I'm watching is the white hat back here on the 40-yard line. After the play was over, I mean, the ball was on the ground.
Yeah.
That's when he threw this flag. And I'm not sure. I think that's going to be an unsportsmanlike against the Warriors.
It was
intentional grounding?
Yeah. When he does the double.
He says, no, it's
double fruit slice.
Right. What is that? What is that? The Fruit Ninja?
Fruit Ninja,
Was that the game? Yeah.
Not sure if that's still a thing.
I don't know. It's
either way, apparently the penalty does not apply.
Well, no, because the Bruins declined it.
It would have.
Because they would have to replay the down.
But they don't replay the down on an intentional grounding.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. In case anyone's ever wondered.
All right. Is that Pfizer or is that Bruffett?
Yes.
That's Bruffett. There's the snap. Looking downfield. The pass is out there. It was intended for Dylan Allison. He got a fingertip on it, but that was all.
He got bumped up a little bit right before that pass was let go, and he wasn't quite where he was supposed to be. Not because of anything he did.
Right.
You know, just a little late bump in coverage. So with 1 minute and 48 seconds left here in the first quarter, Bruins looking to build on their 14-7 lead.
That's Bruffett again in the shotgun. He has Hyman on his right side. He has one receiver on the left, three on the right. There's the snap. Looking to the right side. A lot of pressure. He's having to move out of the pocket. Passes out there. It's complete to Cooper White, and he gets brought down by two Warriors just outside the 30-yard line.
That was great awareness by Bruffett to step up in the pocket and let go of the ball. To say that, we see Pfizer come on the field to replace him, as well as that was Charlie Barker out there to fill in for Cooper White.
All right. Once again, that's Pfizer this time. Passing to the right side, lateral pass. That one goes over to Nick Giesel, and he gets forced out of bounds at the 27-yard line. It's going to gain about 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
That was Timothy Price on the coverage. We've seen him all over the field tonight.
Lovely 60 degrees out here, just a slight breeze. We're going to go to the KATV Weather Center here in just a moment. Here is Pfizer in the shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Hyman on his left side. He's across the 20, across the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Joe Hyman. Goodness, I keep doing that. I'm sorry, folks.
That's okay. Just watching him play, you give him a seam. You know, you get, give him a foot, he takes a mile. Give him an inch, takes a mile, whatever it is. He takes a lot, and he does it really, really quickly.
While we watch this extra point kick, let's go over to the KATV Weather Center with our PA Live Chief Meteorologist, Todd Yacobian. Todd, what can we expect for the game tonight?
This is KATV meteorologist Todd Yacobian in the Channel 7 Weather Center.
Wow.
What a perfect night for football. Temperatures at kickoff right around 60 degrees. Little, if any, wind by halftime with readings around 57 degrees. And by the end of the game, temperatures in the mid-50s. It'll be cool all evening long. Thanks, Josh, and back to you.
All right.
For those of you that still have your hearing.
Yeah, well, he had to wake you up. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So we've seen quite a few fourth down conversions tonight, and those are brought to you by Aloft Hotels. Let me tell you a little bit about Aloft.
Please do.
Aloft Hotel is different by design. It is designed for the early adopter. Here, keeping up with the current technology is part of the everyday. They have the latest tech and features right in their lobbies and rooms. Check out Live at Aloft each week for live music. Listen for details of when Aloft of West Little Rock will be hosting PA Bruin watch parties. Check out their newest location in West Little Rock on Rolling Road or visit their website at aloft-hotel.marriott.com. And that is Dale Pino out there to kick.
Not unusual. We've seen him. Nice bounce. Let's see if they get it inside the 10. No, they're not going to. Of course, the Bruins with those onside kick, that's, of course, a Crown Trophy onside kick attempt. In order for those to count, it has to go 10 yards before the Bruins can touch it. Now, if one of the opposing team, the receiving team, if they were able to touch the ball first, then it doesn't matter if it goes 10 yards. Well, so if it bounces off of them and one of the Bruins cover it, well, they have the ball.
Yeah, we saw that a few times earlier this year where it seems like opponents would just jump out and snatch it as soon as they had a clear line of sight on it.
Sure.
And just try to beat the Bruins to the punch. Now, that particular one, as you said, did not go the 10 yards. It looked like it might.
Right.
And if it had, the Bruins were going to be right on top of it. So here is Sisk out there under center. There's a snap, got a man in motion. He pitches it to Rucker, who was that man in motion. He is going to find about 5 or 6 yards on the right side before he's tackled by a den of Bruins. That was Mercer on the initial tackle. Got joined by Josiah Johnson and Josh Cady, among others. So the Warriors looking at second down and we'll call it 3 to go with 40 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Here's Sisk got a man in motion. He pitches it behind him. That is 2. That is 36.
28 seconds remaining in the first quarter and counting.
I'm sorry, that was 16, C.J. Smith. And he is just short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard to go for the Warriors. You know, we don't normally get to hear the Bruin cheerleaders this loudly.
No, it's great.
Even at home, it's, they're much further away.
Yeah.
So here is Sisk looking to try to convert this first down, and they will not because that is the end of the first quarter. The Bruins leading 21-7 here at Scott Field in the center of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Let's take a moment and remind you one more time of the contest we have going on tonight. And if you'll take a look at the screen, these are the prizes that are up to be won tonight. You've got a bag. There is a Bruin coffee mug, a Bruin glass. There's all kinds of great Bruin gear. There's a T-shirt there. This entire prize package is going to one very lucky person tonight. All you've got to do to be entered is make a donation to Pulaski Academy of $5 or more by going online to the address there on the screen. That's pulaskiacademy.org/give online.
I have a question.
Ask.
The shirt.
Uh-huh.
Can they pick the size? How does that work?
I'm not sure. I think it's the shirt that you see right there on the screen. Or they see. You don't see it.
I don't see it, but
you
I'm just curious.
You see statistics brought to you by the Short family.
Oh, well, yeah. That's what I'm looking at right now. Thank you, Caleb Short, for keeping us on track. And I can tell you right now, Joe Hyman has 6 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. And Nolan Bruffett went 3 for 8 for 53 yards, and Charlie Pfizer went 3 for 5 for 51 yards. Nolan, of course, had the touchdown pass to Jalen Witcher, and Charlie Pfizer had that interception. So here we go. Warriors looking to convert this 4th down here, or 3rd down, rather.
3rd and 1. Man in motion. Go ahead.
There's a snap. There's the handoff. It's a fullback dive that did not go anywhere. It was swallowed up by the Bruins. That was number 9. That's Manikai Baker. And the Warriors once again looking at a 4th down conversion, possible 4th down conversion attempt here.
Well, it looks like the officials might be bringing the sticks out to measure this one.
Oh, okay.
He called for an official timeout.
By Hug and Hall timeout?
Yes, Hug and Hall timeout.
To determine if they...
Well, at least they're talking about it. They haven't moved the sticks just yet. They're just looking. We're looking. We're done.
And
all right. It is 4th down.
It's a 4th down.
They'll bring up 4th and inches.
So the Warriors are going to go for it here with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. Man in motion.
Oh.
And that is
Heard some pads popping from up here.
Sisk, and he does not go anywhere. He is stopped. That looked like it was Woods and Smiley on the stop. You were talking about seeing good sportsmanship. I'm pretty sure Smiley and Woods both got a pat on the back from the opposing team, and
right.
I think they might know them. both living in the same city.
We've got a Cupcake Factory trivia question coming right at you in the next stoppage of play. Trying to see who that is behind center this time. That is Pfizer. A little play action there. Passes out there. Looks like it was intended for Dylan Allison. That is incomplete. Here's your Cupcake Factory trivia question. Free 6-pack of cupcakes to the first person who texts the answer to our live fan feedback. This PA teacher is a top scout who is always prepared and sure knows how to earn badges. Who might that be? Text those answers to our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. If you're the first one with the correct answer, you're going to win a 6-pack of cupcakes. There's the snap to Pfizer. Little shovel pass to Hyman. He's across the 40, across the 50, and he gets shoved out of bounds at about the 45-yard line inside Warrior territory.
That is going to be a first down for the Bruins as they move into Warrior territory. With 10 minutes and 50 seconds left, the clock has stopped since he ran out of bounds, or was pushed out of bounds, helped out of bounds, shoved out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was helped out of bounds.
It was during shove time.
And there's a Hug and Haul timeout called by the Warriors.
Do we want to talk about Hug and Haul?
I hope you do.
All right. Hug and Haul Equipment Company is the answer to your industrial and construction equipment needs. We can help you with sales, rental, parts, and service. With full-service locations serving Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Missouri, and Texas, we take ownership of each customer's needs and will work to ensure your demands are met. You can trust Hug and Haul for all of your construction, industrial, aerial, material handling, and light equipment needs. That's Hug and Haul, bringing those timeouts to you tonight.
Thank you very much, Hug and Haul.
Yep. Coming up in halftime. What do we have coming up in halftime?
You know, I'm so glad that you asked. We have a great, and I'm telling you, most of our interviews are pretty good. I mean, they're pretty darn good, but this one is pretty great. And I caught myself listening to it as soon as it was delivered to me, and this one is pre-recorded.
You have me on the edge of my seat.
I know. This one is actually Greg Ledbetter had a chance to speak with Miss Davis, who is up there in the upper school. Mm-hmm. She's our newest art teacher up there. Just fantastic. And she talks about how art really kind of lends toward critical thinking, and really it's more than just learning art. It's really fantastic. So stick around for that during our Eccles Carpet One halftime show. There's the snap to Pfizer. He's looking to pass. Passes out there. It's complete to Dylan Allison. He makes his way across the 45, working across the 40, and there's a flag that comes in from the far side of the field. That's going to be holding against the against the Bruins.
Yeah, that was right at the point of contact where Allison was hit, or started to be hit. And let's see what they say. Yeah, they're going to say holding. That's a PI roofing penalty on the Bruins, and they are going to march that ball backwards after what looked to be a good game by Dylan Allison there.
The infraction will bring the ball back to just inside the Bruin 48-yard line.
So here is Pfizer in the shotgun. He's got quads to his left, a single receiver to the far side of the right. Bruins moving right to left. There's a snap. Pfizer's looking deep. He's under pressure. He's rolling out. Still looking deep. He lofts it in the air to Hyman.
Oh, just over his fingertips.
And that was a bit of a say a prayer and let it go ball there.
Right.
So the Pfizer comes off.
Bruffett comes back in. Just under 10 and a half minutes remaining in the second quarter. Bruins continue their lead 21-7. Again, for those of you who might be joining us for the first time, you'll notice that we do a very descriptive play-by-play. That's because we have several Bruin fans who are visually impaired, and they like to know what's going on in the game too.
So, and the scoreboard is incorrect. It is not first down. It is second down.
They fixed it that time. There's Bruffett. Handoff immediately to Hyman. He's across the 50, the 45, the 40, and makes his way to the 35-yard line before being brought down. That's a first down for the Bruins.
As the line judge says, bring them on down.
10 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Looks like Bruffett again going to set up in the shotgun. He has one receiver wide on the right, two on the left, and he has two men on either side of him in the backfield. There's the snap. He steps back to pass. Lots of pressure, and that one nearly intercepted. Instead, it was batted down by C.J. Smith of the Warriors.
Now, it looked like it was intended for Caleb Nichols, but
I'm not sure whether he's backing out too far out of the pocket, or maybe the O-line didn't. He just had too much pressure.
They were waiting for a bubble screen to develop, but it has to have time. And if Bruffett doesn't have time to get rid of the ball, then it's going to get blown up. It's going to be popped.
Yeah. This time he has one receiver on the right, three on the left. He has Joe Hyman back there in the backfield on his left side. There's the snap. Pass is out there on the left. He's got Dylan Allison. Oh, but wow, that was some very, very textbook pass defense there by Kavion Rucker. Great job by Kavion for the Warriors.
Yeah, he was lined up, looked like a maybe strong safety position, but he had a lot of space to catch up to that ball, a lot of room he had to run through, and it looked like if Allison had Allison had caught it, he was in the end zone.
Yes,
for sure. But good effort by Rucker there to break up that pass.
Bruffett's in the shotgun. He has Joe Hyman on his left side in the backfield. He has one receiver on the right, three to the left. There's the snap. Pass goes lateral to Joe Hyman. He's across the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, and is forced out of bounds by Kavion Rucker at about the 15 or 14-yard line.
And he just made a couple of guys miss, had some good blockers down there, and made the best of it. That was Dylan Allison up there opening room for him.
The Bruins now inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone. Bruffett has two receivers on his right, three receivers to his left. Nobody on his side.
9:35 left to go.
There's the snap, looking to the right side. Lots of pressure. Looks like he's going to scramble. There's a flag in the backfield. Pass is complete to Dylan Allison, and he was going to try and work his way into the end zone, but he is cut short. Let's see what this flag has to say. Yeah, it's going to be holding against the Bruins.
Yeah, that's another PI roofing penalty on the Bruins. We'll have those penalty totals for you at halftime, but that's the second time the Bruins have done that to themselves in this drive. That has taken off quite a few minutes so far, with down to 9:23 left in the half. Cooper White's, nope, he is just coming to line up on the near side.
Wow, that pushed them way back.
Yeah, they held. Holding was behind the line of scrimmage. So
yeah. This time, looks like I can't tell who's behind center, whether that's Bruffett or Hyman, but he has twins stacked on both sides. There's the snap to Bruffett. Pass is complete to Jalen Witcher. He's across the 30, makes his way close to the 25. Yes, he made it to the 24-yard line.
Those screen passes are you start playing with fire with those because, as soon as it happens, Cooper White's laying a block. And, if the referee's paying close attention, he could throw a flag out there for pass interference, offensive pass interference, if the timing on the block is wrong. So here's Bruffett waiting for the snap alone in the backfield. He's rolling out to his right. He's looking deep. He's got a man, and that is that was Joe Hyman.
Joe Hyman.
What's he doing way out there?
Catching passes.
Making touchdowns. Scoring touchdowns.
Is that really Katie's number?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Katie says, "Go Bruins" from Billy in Texas. No, that's from last year. or at least last week.
What?
I'm not sure.
No, that's not Katie's.
Okay.
That's really close to.
Oh, that's who they thought was the answer.
Oh.
There we go. No. tell you real quick, that's not
There's
the
the
answer.
kick. It's up and it's good. That's extremely close to.
That's funny. Let's see. PA class of 86 rules. Go Bruins from Fayetteville. And so that comes from our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Let's see what else we have.
So the answer is not Katie Short.
Nope, it's not.
Do we have an answer yet?
We don't have a correct answer. We have
Answers.
somebody guessed Matt Pulley, who is that is also not a correct answer. Sorry, Hatim. Let's see. How many cheerleaders do we have? A lot. We have a lot of cheerleaders. Can we see them, Popeye? Do you have an angle where you can see that? The cheerleaders. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he said he's been showing them a few times. There's a lot of cheerleaders out there doing their best. All of them wearing their Bruin face masks. Let's go down to the sidelines. Let's see. I think this is about Mason Schick. Let's go down there. Grant, what can you tell us about Mason coming back into the game for the first time this year?
As we talked about earlier, this is Mason Schick's first game back from his injury. He looks a lot better. He said that, I talked to him a little bit on the sideline. He said that it's bothering him just a little bit, but not too much. It's kind of like just a little sore. Hadn't been worked in a while, but he looks really good today.
Yes, he does. Thank you very much, Grant. Grant's, of course, our sideline reporter down there for the year. Thank you very much for that one. There's the kick off the foot of Vaughn Seelick, and the Bruins are going to fight for it. Let's see. Nope. Yes, they do. The Bruins recovered that one, the very first Crown Trophy onside kick that they've recovered this game.
That was Fuda Shinkawa that initially broke up the intended, not the intended, but the cover man's attempt to get the ball. Check out that moon.
Oh, that's wicked. I don't know if you can see that. Do what?
There's 8:56 left in the half.
Bruins lead this one still 28-7.
Pfizer comes out there to get ready for the snap.
Just practicing for when I can be a cheerleader someday.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Don't worry about me.
Well, I don't.
That's
what Christina's for, right?
There's Pfizer in the shotgun. He has one man in motion. That's Hyman in the backfield. Three receivers on the left. He's going to pass it out there, and looked like it was intended for Dylan Allison. Did I just see a flag? No, that was a ball. Excuse me.
That was a ball.
Yeah. It's kind of, I think it was the reflection of the lights on that made it look a little brighter than it was.
Dylan was not ready for that ball. It was coming in hot, and I feel like Pfizer's getting a little anxious back there.
Right.
He's I'm not gonna say nervous, but he's getting antsy, wanting to get rid of the ball quickly, and he's firing it in there whenever it goes. But if the receiver's not ready for it, if he's not done running his route, then it's not going to do any good.
There's Pfizer in the shotgun. He has two receivers on the left, three to the right. There's the snap. He's looking to the left side. Lots of pressure, and he is going to – wow, that guy just crawled up on his back.
Goodness gracious. That was number 54, Salam Abdi.
Ouch.
On the huge sack from the huge defender. He is 208 pounds of
big guy.
He's big.
Right?
How big a boy.
Let's see. Jordy Bones' guess to the trivia question, the Cupcake Factory trivia question. Her guess was Josh Carroll. That is incorrect. I wish I had been a scout, but that wasn't me. Yep. I'll repeat that trivia question in just a moment. This time, Pfizer has twins on either side. There's the snap. Looking to pass. The pass is out there, but there was no one in the area to receive that one.
That's 8 minutes. 8 minutes and 1 second left in the half. It's be 4th down and 13. Pfizer is going to stay out there.
So that the Cupcake Factory trivia question for a free 6-pack of cupcakes was: this PA teacher is a top scout who is always prepared and sure knows how to earn badges. So far, we've had lots of great possible answers. Doug Reed, Josh Carroll, Justin Robkin. Those are all incorrect, though.
So 4th down, a Aloft Hotel 4th down conversion attempt here.
Four receivers on the left, one to the right. Pfizer's pass is out there. It was intended for Caleb Nichols. He went up in the air, and it bounced right off of his fingertips. So that 4th down conversion attempt is no good. The ball's going to turn over on downs. Warriors will take possession inside Bruin territory on the 48-yard line.
7 minutes and 48 seconds left in the half. Probably going to be a little concern on Coach Kelly's part.
Ron Jones took a guess saying Coach Kelly. That's also incorrect. Boy, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
I actually knew the answer without looking, but let's see. Go Joe, number 6. We're so proud of you watching from DeSoto, Texas. Love you, Cassie and Aunt Shannon. Of course, that comes from our Crown Trophy live fan feedback.
Here's Sisk under center. He pitches it behind him to, I'm not sure who that was. Was that number? We do not have a number 5. We'll have to figure out who that is, who that masked man is. We do not have a number 5 on our roster here, so it does not go anywhere. And we have a PI roofing penalty.
Well, that is Cinco.
Yes,
Mr. Cinco.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Let's see. Lots of other good guesses. That's Bill Toppich from Matt McDaniel. Nope. Mr. Roberts. Nope. Todd Dunn. Nope. Is the answer to the trivia Bill Toppich? No. Everybody thinks it's Todd Dunn and Mr. Toppich. Great. I would have thought, maybe they were, but not the answer we're looking for.
So that PI roofing penalty goes against the Warriors, and it is a 10 yards worth of walking backwards. So it's going to be second down and actually 15. Oh, sorry, first down and 23 rather.
7.5 minutes remaining in the half.
There's a snap, and Sisk is going to keep this one himself, and he is going to pick up about 8 yards before he's brought down. So it's going to be second down, and we'll see where this.
Another incorrect guess for Coach Thrash.
Second down at 17.
Matt Walsh, nope. This is a tough one. If we get to 5 minutes remaining in the half, I'll give you a hint. As long as Mr. Gramsch is okay with that. Oh. Now that's cheating.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. We've got a correct answer. Let's see who is this.
Before we get to that, we have a hug and haul timeout by the Warriors. They were running out of time to get that play in. So let's. Who is it?
Well, we had several great guesses. Is it Mr. Simmons? Is it Sarah Gorman? Is it Anthony Lucas? Let's see. I'm trying to get this person. What is your name? Let's see. Tiffany Knight. Oh.
Did she?
Well, I'm going to give it to her. She was the first one that came in with the correct answer. So, Tiffany Knight, you walk away with a 6-pack of cupcakes courtesy of the Cupcake Factory. Head over there and pick up your free cupcakes. The correct answer was Ryan Kirkland. Yeah. Ryan Kirkland. And, of course, if you've engaged him in any type of conversation, you'll know that about him. He is a leader. It's in his bones. And just a great guy. So I'm very excited for his students just because I think it's great, anybody who gets a chance to be in his class.
Oh, I think we're actually getting a shot of that moon now. Maybe.
Yeah. You see it out there?
Full one.
It is. It's nice. The lower it is, of course, on the horizon, the bigger it looks.
Yeah.
Just because of refraction of the atmosphere.
So here is Sisk with 16 yards to go. It's second down. He is quickly under pressure. That was Zach Terry who was getting after him right quick, and followed up by Liam Dick. Cleaned up the work he started. Got back to maybe the line of scrimmage. It might be an extra yard there, so it's going to be third down and very long to go for the Warriors here with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in this half. The next full moon.
When is it?
Halloween.
Oh.
It's a blue moon.
Yeah.
Are we going to start breaking out with the thriller?
Right.
There's the pitch by Sisk, and Rucker is not going to go anywhere as he is brought down deep in the backfield. That was Del Pino on the stop. It's going to be a tackle for loss for Mr. Pino as the Warriors looking in 4th and we'll call it 20 to go. And they are going to put the ball in the air by way of the foot of Mr. Timothy Price out there. I'm about to have to put my sweater on.
Right.
There's the snap. There's the kick.
And here come the Bruins off the field.
Yep. And no one back to receive it. It takes a Warrior bounce and roll to the 21-yard line.
Inside Bruin territory, 5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining in the half. Bruins will take possession at the 22. Grant, if you don't mind grabbing my keys and you should wait till the halftime and grab my keys and, well, are you going to go to the locker room? No? Okay. Then if you don't mind grabbing my keys at halftime and grab my jacket. Locker room is too small. I got you. Yeah, my jacket's in the back of the truck. Thank you, sir. Here is, trying to see, that is Bruffett in the shotgun. Looks like he took a shot right after passing that to Joe Hyman. He picked up about 5 yards maybe.
And that was C.J. Smith on the initial tackle. He snagged on to Joe, wouldn't let him go. Let him go, Joe.
Let him go.
Let Joe go. He goes enough on his own.
Second down, 6 yards to go for the Bruins. 5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the half.
Bruins leading this one 28-7.
Yeah, there's Bruffett in the shotgun. He's 2 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. This time the handoff goes to Hyman. He gets on the 50, the 45, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Joe Hyman for the Bruins. Wow. Has he scored every touchdown tonight?
No. Jalen Witcher had a touchdown.
That's right. Thank you very much.
That is rushing touchdown number 2 for Joe. 3rd touchdown overall on the night with the receiving touchdown he had earlier. Waiting to see what Joe has over 100 yards in this game.
Wow, that started at the 25-yard line and all the way back. Here comes Von Seelig with the point after attempt. Oh, and somebody got a fingertip on it. That was number 3. It's Timothy Price got a finger on it, so that one is no good. Good job by Timothy Price. Wow. 75-yard pass for there's a 75-yard passing play.
I was checking to see where they started exactly.
I think it was the 25-yard line, wasn't it? That's what it says up here still.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
75-yard run. As we have a – I'm not sure. I guess what –
That is a plane, actually. I thought it was a helicopter.
I did, too. I was trying to –
It was so low, I thought it was a helicopter.
Huh. Well, Von Seelig's out there to
kick the Crown Trophy onside kick.
We'll tell you all a little bit about Crown Trophy in a few minutes here.
4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the half. There's the whistle. Warriors look ready.
I like that. I like that stance.
Yeah, they look ready. A little back and forth here. I'm not sure who's actually in the kick it the way they're acting. Yeah, there it is. That's Von Seelig.
It looks good.
Oh, nicely covered.
Well played by Kavion Rucker. He actually stopped it before it got to the 10-yard mark, so there's not anything the Bruins could have done.
Right.
That was really, really smart football play on his part to get out in front of it.
There's a way I can rig that up there. There you go. I like it. Do it. Oh, not there. You're ridiculous.
I don't know. My wife reminds me of that every day.
Oh, well, yeah. That's what we have
and
in
my
common.
Kids.
Yeah. Same. So there's the whistle. 4.5 minutes, 4 minutes 32 seconds remaining in the half. Bruins lead 34-7.
Siska's going to be back out in on the shotgun. He's got a man behind him. That is Baker. There's a snap. There's the handoff to Baker, and he runs into his own man and just could not find any room over there. He is wrapped up.
Folks, you know
Terry.
You know that Crown Trophy of Little Rock has every type of award to recognize athletes, students, and even co-workers. But more than that, Crown Trophy can customize drinkware, badges, and even rings. Whether you have people working for you or working hard on your team, show them your appreciation by recognizing them with something special from Crown Trophy of Little Rock. Visit them online at crowntrophy.com.
They can also do awards that are shaped like claws.
That's right.
There is Sisk on the waiting for the snap. He gets it. He cannot find any running room. See if I can figure out who that was. I believe that was Azarius Woods on the stop. So that's going to be 3rd down and 15 to go with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left.
That was Zach Terry.
Oh, that was Zach Terry?
Yeah.
Oh.
Grant's down here on the sidelines telling us, that was 9. It was 9.
We need to get him what's it? The
marker board?
Not the marker board. The spotter.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
That little thing you rigged up last year.
I don't think it'd reach that far.
Oh,
little Bluetooth keypad.
Come on, you can make it happen. You can do it, right?
Right.
I'm sure you hear that enough.
Oh, and here comes a flag.
Oh, what
False start.
Flag? What kind of flag was it?
That was a PI roofing penalty flag. Some laundry on the line. Some yellow on the green.
Cloth on the field. I was thinking about it. We got sack time. We got shove time.
Yeah.
Does that make a halftime word time?
Yes. Of course, that was moving after move time was over.
Oh, yeah. Or before move time started.
Right. That's a good point. Either way.
You can't move then. All right, so Siska's got his work cut out for him with 3rd and really long. He launches it really long, and his intended target was Darius Henderson.
I tell you, Harrison Lane was eyeballing that pass from the time it was released. I think he had a real beat on it, but it went over his head too.
Yeah, he was going to have to make a what was that famous baseball catch? The over the shoulder.
Ozzie Smith?
No. He had the he would do the diving catches.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was fun to watch. I always liked his flip.
Ernie Banks.
Didn't he end the season every year with a backflip?
That was Ozzie Smith.
Smith, yeah.
There's the punt.
Here come the Bruins. It's going to take a small lateral bounce, so looks like the Bruins are going to take possession of it at their own 31-yard line. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
I'm sorry, Willie Mays. I should have known
Willie
that.
Mays.
Come on.
Yep.
Had to look that one up.
Trying to get that out of your way there. 2.5 minutes, like I said. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second half.
So Bruins lead this one 34-7.
Because we don't have a clock on the screen, we're being very vigilant about trying to remember it. And
feel free to text us on the.
Well, we've got our producer Christina who keeps mentioning in my ear.
Producer, then.
Here's Bruffett with the pass.
That's got to be a pass interference.
That was definitely passing interference by number 33. I don't even have him on. Oh, there he is. It's out of order. Devin Brown.
No, that was Charlie Barker was the intended target, and there was no way he was catching that ball because he was on his back when he got there.
Yeah.
Definitely, that was illegal shoving.
Want to congratulate the girls golf team for finishing 4th in the state tournament in Jonesboro Tuesday. We had a special guest at dinner, Lane Hatcher, come by for dinner Monday to pep them up. All 4 girls played tough. Senior Alex Barnwell finished her high school run with great teamwork. And A.K. Nichols was 2nd in overall. PA should be proud of their hard work and dedication. Congratulations, the girls golf team.
So here is Bruffett in the shotgun. He's got Hyman to his right. I believe that's actually, I take that back. Stand by. That was Nichols. And Bruffett is under pressure. He is not going to be able to do anything as he is brought down. That was number 8. Cameron Lytle.
Back to the Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Go Bruins from 7th grade history teacher Kristen Essery. I just love football and the Bruins.
So here is Bruffett again in the shotgun. Going to get another go-round at it. He's got Nichols to his right. Bunched up receivers there. He's looking deep. He launches it deep. It's going to target his Witcher.
Jalen Witcher out there.
Caught it.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line, but that's in the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
And he had about 10 yards after a catch there. It was a well-placed pass by Bruffett. Bruins, first time they've been in the
this one for you. I didn't even look at our live fan feedback here. Looks like Mandy Jackson had your answer before you found it. She knew it was Willie Mays.
If I could give you some cupcakes, I would, but I don't.
Here's Bruffett once again.
You don't want to eat the kind I'm in.
Right. There's Bruffett in the shotgun. He had 4 receivers on the right, 1 to the left. That pass goes to the left side. That's Caleb Nichols. He's across the 5, fighting. There's somebody trying to pull that ball out, but he is not giving it up. Oh, he says that's a touchdown for the Bruins. Way to go, Caleb Nichols. Wow.
It was a great job on his part to fight off one tackler and spin around into the end zone.
Just great job hanging on to that ball. I don't know if you saw it at home, but he was really trying to rip that ball out.
Trying to strip him, yep. So 1:22 left in the half. Bruins lead 40-7.
I want to give you
so
like I heard the whistle blow and I looked up here. I'm not sure what. There is a PI roofing penalty flag.
Oh, we got some static.
Yeah, I think there's a line downstairs that's ever so. We need to mark that one so we get rid of that wire. But the kick is up. The kick is good. So the Bruins continue their lead. It's now 40-7 with 1:22 remaining. 41-7, excuse me.
Yeah, it is 41-7. I'm surprised that they did not go for 2 there.
Right, to put
yeah.
Again, they don't want the sportsmanship rule in effect right away.
Gotcha.
And, of course, it doesn't go into effect until the second half anyway.
Yes.
So.
But, it's so close. But I forgot as
Grant told us earlier.
Yep.
Excuse me. Somebody corrected me. It is pass interference, not passing interference. It is.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wanted to, but.
Okay. Well, you could have said something.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's the difference? They're passing the ball and they interfered. I guess it's
they went by to interfere.
I'm sure it's one of those things that when you're watching or when you're listening to radio and somebody says it and they're like, "Oh, that's not what it's called." I'm sure that would drive me nuts. And of course, now that I know that, now that I know better, I'm going to be like, "What?"
I mean, they don't call it personal fouling,
right? Well, an over the back foul. I hear that in basketball all the time. There's no such thing.
Oh, there's a nice one. That was by Pfizer. It was a bullet. I don't even know. I mean, it wasn't a helicopter. I'm not sure what you call that. But
well, I'll tell you what it was supposed to be. That was what was it he calls that? It's I think it's an ultimate jelly roll. Yeah.
Like Van Morrison jelly roll?
No, Christina said I thought it was a worm burner. No, that's just what I called it because that's the term that you use in baseball when it just kind of burns across the grass.
Yeah.
But I was watching him practice that one this week, and I think Coach Kelly called that the ultimate jelly roll.
Ultimate jelly roll.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm curious what the normal jelly roll looks like.
It's like an upgraded. It's like a Pokemon. It's like
it's a level 2 jelly roll.
So there's a handoff. That is to Devin Brown. He cannot find any room up the middle. As we're going to watch this clock tick to 1:09 left in the half. Warriors not in any hurry to get this next snap off. And we're under a minute to go.
It's down to 57, and it feels cooler than that. I should have brought my jacket up here. Yeah, no, I can't hear. I think somebody bumped a wire coming down or coming up.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Thank you very much.
57 on the, 44 on the clock now, 57 in the air. Here is Sisk in the under center. Here's the handoff to Brown. He's going to run it up the middle, and he is going to be really just kind of ran into Fuda.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No. There was Cameron Mercer in there on the assist as well. With 20 seconds left, and the Warriors.
Willie Mays, say hey.
Well, and then there's, of course, Willie Mays. What is it? From Major League.
Oh, yeah.
So here's Sisk. There's the horn, and there goes the ball in the air as that is.
That's is that Dale Pino?
No,
that's Harrison Lane.
Harrison Lane came down with this number 4 of the season for him as we head into halftime. The Bruins leading 41-7. And go ahead and enjoy this. Tell us, what was this? Remind me.
This halftime show?
Yeah, what are we doing?
The Ackles Carpet One halftime show. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with the Ackles Carpet One halftime show in just a moment. Yep.
Daniel is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Bennett has played on the Bruin baseball team since his freshman year. He is also an integral member of the student section and attends as many sporting events as possible and actively cheers and supports his fellow classmates. Please join us in recognizing Bennett McDaniel, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week.
Welcome to the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. At Ackles Carpet One, we make it beautiful for less. AcklesCarpet1.com. Now, here's your host, Greg Ledbetter.
Yes, this is Greg Ledbetter, Head of Enrollment and Financial Aid at Pulaski Academy, and I'm excited to be here with you fans tonight. We are going to talk about different aspects of the school unrelated to athletics. And tonight we're going to talk about our visual arts program for the high school at PA. And we are very fortunate to have Britton Davis, who is in our visual arts department. Hello, Britton.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here tonight.
Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us. Just so that we can get to know you a little bit better, give us a little bit about your, a little bit of detail about your background.
Sure. This is my second year teaching at PA. My fourth year teaching at the high school level, and this has by far been the most amazing and fun experience. I really love teaching here at Pulaski Academy. I had the opportunity to attend art school in Chicago and go to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And so I love getting to bring some of that knowledge and experience back to Arkansas, where I got to spend quite a few years growing up as a young person. And so I'm really passionate about seeing our state and our community grow in the arts, and it's a really fun time to be here in Central Arkansas.
That is awesome. Now, when you were studying in Chicago, did you have a specialty?
Yes, I did. So I was actually in the Fiber and Material Studies department, so I got to do a lot of things with material research and textiles, and I also majored in, or had a lot of graduate hours in ceramics and art history, so I love it all. It's really fun, and the school is very interdisciplinary, and so I was able to experience a lot while I was there studying.
Well, that sounds very interesting and not sort of atypical of an art teacher, I would say, which is why you brought some unique qualities to the school. So tell us a little bit why you think studying visual arts at PA is not only essential, but it's also unique here.
It really is. It's just such a special place, the combination of the support that we have through our administration, the small class size, the facilities. Our upper school art department is just dynamic. Our department head, Caitlin Johnston, is so supportive and fun, and we just really enjoy what we get to do. So I think it's a really special time to get to be in students' lives at the high school level and help just grow their confidence in their own problem solving and creative solution making. And so we offer graphic design, and we offer courses like drawing and ceramics, which are more fine art-ish. But just developing that problem-solving, creative spirit in a student, no matter what they end up doing in the future, is really essential. And it's just such a cool opportunity to get to help guide that process. So.
That's awesome, and as we do tours, we love to come to the visual arts area because we've got two really nice studios here, and so to have somebody like you to fill one and Caitlin and the other is pretty awesome. I think it seems like to me that as I've seen art here in the past in my 27 years, that you and Caitlin have really brought the art department to a new level, and I've noticed that you like to use specific ways or projects that connect the students to the community?
Yes.
Can you give us an example
Sure, yes,
of
I
one
would
or two
love
of
to.
those?
I think for students, high school students especially, they're so perceptive and they really connect to art, especially when they see the purpose in it. And so that's why I especially love to just expose them to different materials or processes. We do everything from rug tufting to we do things in spray foam and plaster, mold making. Wow. We learn about how toilets are made in the history of ceramics, and so really making it practical and real for them. We're doing a project right now with my ceramics students where they're actually designing a custom slow eater dog bowl for a dog that they got to temporarily adopt from the Pulaski County Humane Society. And so that we have a dog picking day, they get to select their dog and they do research on the different difficulties the dog has maybe around eating, and so they get to make a product specifically helping or maybe even solving some of those problems for a canine, and then we get to do other things which address those same problem-solving skills in graphic design. So they're actually doing a project this year called the Freshman Kit, where they're making a brochure for a student that is brand new to the upper school, and who knows that better than students that have been freshmen. So things like that, making projects real for them, getting them in materials and in processes that maybe are not atypical of visual arts, I think makes them really dynamic and really own the process in a new way, and just helps unleash their unique creativity.
Well, and I like how you sort of bring in the idea of our mission, which is to inspire our students to explore and create, but yet you make it so practical and real, and then applicable to their other subjects in the notion of problem solving. There was an occasion that I brought a student in, and I asked the student, I said, "Hey, do you like art?" And she actually was involved in softball. That was kind of her thing. And I brought her in, and we talked to you, and I think there was a conversation. Remember that?
Yeah.
And her mother said, she really is kind of artistic, and started talking about cupcakes, I think, right?
Yeah.
And so by the time you got her engaged in talking about how she liked decorating cupcakes, I remember asking, well, Britton, what questions should I ask students instead of if they like art? Because her answer was no, and you said...
I said, are they alive?
Are they alive? That's exactly right. So,
and I believe it.
So if you're alive, you are going to like art. And another example that you gave me that I want you to share the story about is about yarn, boys, and nail guns.
Yes, okay, this is my personal theory, but sometimes, especially with students that, are used to high levels of energy, whether that's in athletics or other activities, they kind of can struggle at first getting into a process that's more involved. And so there's a project we do where we get to use a rug tufting gun, and it's actually, basically embroidery. But what I tell my students is that it's a nail gun with yarn in it. And so when you say nail gun with yarn, it just unlocks another level, and students it's actually really difficult to use. It took me a while, but it's super tiring, but the challenge, is part of the fun. And I think getting to do like an industrial process like that and get to kind of learn about the history of it is really fun for students. And they buy into it when they see that it has a purpose, and they get to work together to learn how to use equipment or use the materials. And it's really fun too. So
that is so awesome. Yeah. Well, you're truly an example of our vision, which is to be a leader in innovative education. You're practicing that well. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and have some more conversation with Britton. Wonderful. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
The Week 4 Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game was junior offensive lineman Max Gorman. His favorite class is Pre-AP Calculus with Mr. Dunn. He is a member of the Chinese Club and Model UN. In his spare time, Max likes to play video games, hang out with friends, and collect football cards. Congratulations to Max Gorman, the Holloman and Associates Offensive Player of the Game. This Friday Night Spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value Student of the Week, Harrison Rainey. Harrison has worked endlessly with PA Live for the past 2 years. He currently serves as the producer during football home games. He does this while managing a challenging course load, including researching and writing his thesis on stem cells. Our core value Student of the Week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares.
Welcome back to the Eccles Carpet One Halftime Show. Let's get back to the studio with your host, Greg Ledbetter.
Okay, all right, we are back with Britton Davis, who is part of our visual arts department. And Britton, I've loved what you said, and it seems just, so unbelievable and advanced and elevated. But if somebody has a child, or if there's a student out there listening that is artistically inclined, why would you say Pulaski Academy is the perfect, the most impactful, and competitive place to be?
Well, I think that's a great question. And so I think kind of what we were talking about before, we want to have the breadth and the course offerings for all kinds of learners to explore their creativity. But then also, like you're saying, those students who are very interested in building a competitive portfolio and pursuing, something on the creative spectrum post high school. We want to be the place to help you do that in the most dynamic and just impactful way that we can. And so we have a really helpful process-oriented curriculum that we put students through. Our AP and pre-AP courses are designed to help that student that really wants to create a portfolio or apply to some kind of creative program, whether that's art school or something in marketing or something in design, and so we practice that. We participate in National Portfolio Day. We host really competitive art schools here. We help students build on their weaknesses and really emphasize their strengths so that they can set themselves up for the best opportunity in the program they're interested in, so which is really fun for us.
Awesome. Britton, one thing that I think we're very good at in all of our disciplines in athletics is, taking that developing student and giving them the instruction, the support, and the tools to really help them become aware of skills and assets that they didn't even know they have, and really sort of taking that emerging student and watching them bloom. So how does that happen with you in art?
I think that's a great question, and it's really exciting. It's one of my favorite things about my job. And so taking these students that are maybe interested in design or creative futures, maybe even an artist, a studio artist, and helping guide and expose them to all the different opportunities that they're not aware of at the high school level. And so doing different research on contemporary artists and designers, exposing them to programs and schools nationally and internationally that can help support them on their journey, exploring what they want to do and be and contribute to the world. So it's really fun. And so with my experience being a graduate art student at the School of Art Institute and getting to intern and work for different contemporary artists and galleries, I just love getting to share that experience with my students. I think that's really special, and I love the small class size that allows me to really get to know each and every student and individually support them in their interests and help them build a really dynamic portfolio or interview process for what they're going to do next. And it's just really fun and exciting, and I think it's so healthy for them to just have that ownership at that age, and it's just overall just a really great thing for them as they take the next step in their life.
Well, I think you're a classic example of all of our teachers here that love to work with students, that guide and expose. I love how you said that, guide and expose them to different qualities and different just experiences, so that helps them grow. Well, Britton, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
We're so
you.
glad to have you here. If somebody wants just to even see a little bit more about what happens here in the visual arts, how can they see that without having to necessarily reach out to us?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I would encourage them to follow us on Twitter, or even just look us up on Twitter. We are PA Visual Art, PA_Visual Art, and we're really great about posting multiple times a day and giving you a really insider's look at what we do in the classroom. Whether you're a student or a parent, it's really fun to see the projects we're doing, what it feels like to be in the culture of the fine art department here, and I think it's really exciting, whether you're a student or parent or you're just interested. And our admissions team is great about setting up virtual tours, and if you're around, we would love for you to come and drop in and meet us and get to see what we do every day.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for that invitation, and certainly you can get a hold of us on our website. We have a visual arts area there. Also, if you come to our website and you would like to have more contact and information about the visual arts, you'll see our chat box. We'll be right there to chat with you. Or you can contact me at greg.ledbetter@pulaskiacademy.org. Well, that's our program for tonight. Britton, thank you again.
Thank you.
And I look forward to visiting with everybody next week. And let's enjoy the second half of a great football game. Thank you so much.
Go Bruins.
Hey Bruin fans, there are lots of ways to support your school. One is Kroger. Everyone shops at Kroger using their Kroger card. If you designate Pulaski Academy as the beneficiary, a percentage of your purchases come back to the school. Another way is through Amazon Smile. We have a Stock the Lounge right now for our teachers. You can purchase goods on Amazon and a percentage of the purchase comes back to the school. You can find that in your email or watch our Twitter feed at PA_advancement.
Welcome back to the Ackles Carpet One studio. Here's your host, Holt Short and Joshua Carroll.
There we go. We are back, and welcome back to Scott Field. Again, that was the Ackles Carpet One halftime show. At Ackles Carpet One, they can get it for you at wholesale. That's not just a slogan at Ackles Carpet One. It's their real money-saving story. You can get the lowest prices on carpets, floors, and real wood cabinets. They have nationwide buying power, low overhead, and local ownership that make all of this possible. So don't shop at the home centers or online when you can shop local and get the best wholesale prices. At Ackles Carpet One, we make it beautiful for less. AcklesCarpet1.com. The Bruins, of course, have a nice lead in this game against the Hall High School Warriors, 41-7. We've got a few minutes remaining in halftime. I do want to congratulate the Pulaski Academy tennis team. The Bruins tennis teams advanced all 12 players to the state championship while winning both the boys and girls conference titles. Anthony Tran and Joyner Love were the singles champions, with the second place slot going to teammates Brandon Wynn and Bella Tan. In doubles, Noah Becker and Jack Lewis and Julianne Antuaco and Jamie Antuaco secured conference titles. The second place qualifiers were teammates Jake Rogers and Nathaniel Bird and Caroline Chambers and Lily Hawkins. Congratulations to the Bruins teams and good luck at the state championships on October 12th and 13th. Way to go.
Nicely done.
You know, the tennis team, the Bruin tennis team has been fantastic the last several years, and this year is no different.
Nope.
So tell us, what did we see in the first half? You've got some great stats for us?
We do. Thank you, Caleb Short, for compiling these for us. Nolan Bruffett went 9 of 16 for 193 yards and 3 touchdowns passing. Joe Hyman had 9 rushes for 178 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he's the only one that had, Jalen Witcher had 5 rushing yards. But otherwise it was all Joe on the ground in the air. Let's see here, Dylan Allison had 4 receptions for 48 yards. He has actually been targeted quite a few times, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with Charlie Pfizer, but he seems to be, as I pointed out, or as I mentioned, I guess, he's getting antsy. He's getting anxious, and he's fired a few past Dylan before he even knew, he was even in position to get the ball. Otherwise, Dylan probably would have had a couple more receptions on the half.
Let's go down to our sideline reporter. Grant Swindle is down there with Coach Kelly to find out his thoughts on the first half. Grant, go ahead.
Coach Kelly, how'd you feel about the first half?
Well, I didn't think we played very well. We didn't throw well. We didn't catch well. We didn't block well. Other than that, I guess our defense played okay, except for we gave it to them on the 10, let them get a score down here. But I still expect our defense to stop them. So overall, not real happy. Thanks, Coach.
All right. So that tells you how Coach Kelly feels about the first half. Not very happy about it, but, it gives you lots of room to improve and lots of stuff to learn.
Well, and he mentioned the blocking that the Warriors have been able to get back in the backfield and get after the quarterbacks. They've been taken down a number of times, and as I mentioned, they actually both have lost 6 yards each on the ground, and that's due to taking those sacks.
Right.
You don't normally see Charlie Pfizer with negative rushing yards.
That is certainly true. So here is Vaughn Seelick. He has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line in Bruin territory. He's ready to kick it. The way he's standing, I wonder if he's not going to kick this one hard. He certainly is. It's going to be fielded at about the 12-yard line. It's number 16 for the Warriors, C.J. Smith, and he brings the ball up to about the 28-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will start their first drive of the second half.
Other receptions in the first half. Joe had 3 for 54 yards and a touchdown. Caleb Nichols had 2 receptions for 34 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I saw out there Davis Hossel was warming up, so we might see him and a few of the other second stringers out here in the second half. But right now it looks like it's all first team defense.
10 seconds on the play clock.
There's a snap. That is Sisk. He hands it off to
That's Kavion Rucker. There's a flag comes in, a PI roofing penalty flag.
As Rucker is going to get a few yards, but we'll see what they have to say. That's going to be blocking the back on the Warriors. So that ball is going to be marching backwards, and Coach Kelly says, yes, we'll take those yards away from them. It's going to be second down and 20 to go with 11:27 left in the third quarter. Warriors not starting this one off the way they wanted to.
Yeah, they're going to replay that down after assessing the penalty, so it'll be first and 22.
Down.
Yeah.
First and 20. Sorry, first and 22 is Warriors send a man out to join the huddle.
There's 11 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 9 seconds on the play clock.
There's Sisk under center. There's a snap.
Rucker
He hands it off up the middle. That's up to the gut. That was Baker who took a lick for his troubles, but he picked up about 12 yards to get back to close to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to place it at the 29-yard line, still in Warrior territory. They've got third down and
so that's second down and 11 yards to go.
Second down. It's second down. It is second down. Goodness gracious. Goodness.
Well, 10 minutes, 55 seconds and counting left in the third quarter.
There's Sisk under center. Waiting. They got a man in motion behind him. There's a snap. He pitches it to the weak side. That is to Rucker, and Rucker's lucky to come up with the ball before he gets out of bounds.
He was forced out of bounds by Liam Dick.
Right at the line of scrimmage. And we are going to look at third down. Finally, it's third down.
Well, I'm just practicing.
Third down and 11 to go for the Warriors here with 10 minutes, 42 seconds left in the third quarter.
She asked. She was in my head.
Uh-huh. Can she only be in one of the other?
Yeah. She has the option.
There's Sisk. He is under pressure.
Oh!
He is brought down. And
I think that was Liam Dick with the – yes, it was.
That was. And it looked like he got close to grabbing some face masks.
I think was that Charlie Barker also out there? No. No, I think that was Luke Witham that was helping him out.
Luke 4-0. I was say Charlie's been on the opposite side of the ball tonight.
Right, yeah.
And I keep looking up at Mars over there right next to the moon.
Yeah, if you step outside tonight, folks, look up at that full moon and you'll see that dot in the sky to the top left corner. That is Mars.
That's 4th and 19, and here is the kick by the Warriors. It is not going very far. It's going to bounce.
Oh, nice Bruin bounce.
46-yard line, and it's going to be caught by Baker.
And, of course, the clock is running. Is that right?
That is right. I don't know why it's running, but you're right. It is running.
I'm not sure. Okay, there. They'd stopped it now after it ran about 10 seconds off. Now it says 10 minutes, 10 seconds.
Yep.
With 40, the score is Bruins 41, Warriors 7. Who is that behind center? Can you see?
I'm trying to tell.
That is Pfizer. He's looking downfield. He's passing it. I think that, let's see. Yes, okay, the side judge saw the same thing that I did. It bounced up off the grass.
Yep.
So he did catch it, but it was a nice little skip off the grass to do so.
That was Salam Abdi on the rush, the forced pass by Pfizer there. Abdi's holding his arm. He went to the ground, and I can't imagine hitting the ground right now is going to be very pleasant, no matter how nice that field is.
Pfizer's in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers, wide to the right, 2 to the left. There's the snap, looking to the right side, passes out there. It's complete to Nick Giesel for a pickup of about 4 yards. They're going to place that one at the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 to go. Nope. Looks like that's more like 5.
Yeah. It's
3rd and 5.
So Bijoni's out there. Caleb Nicholas to his left.
Pfizer's in the shotgun. There's a little bit of confusion. 12 seconds on the play clock. And now they've got 4 receivers tight on the left side, 1 tight on the right. Little play action. Oh, no.
That is a live ball.
Live ball that was kind of bounced off of Caleb Nichols' right hand and hit the ground, so he just dove on it.
They're saying it's an incomplete pass, but that looked like it was a lateral.
Yeah.
So they were in a diamond formation. You got a man up front and then 2 middle and then 1 behind. I haven't seen that one this year, at least not that I can recall.
Pfizer's in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on the right side, 3 on the left. There's the snap. He's rolling out to the left side, looking to pass. Passes out there and in and out of the hands of Nick Giesel again. So the Bruins are going to turn over on downs with that one. 9 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Bruins continue their lead, 41-7.
That Aloft Hotel's 4th down conversion attempt looked like it was going to succeed.
It did.
Giesel was extremely frustrated with himself for not coming up with that.
A lot of the Bruin fans cheering on the defense there.
All right, so Warriors take over on downs in their own territory at the 39-yard line. There's Sisk. Gets a snap. He is under pressure almost right off the bat as the Bruins say, hey, we have the ball.
The ball, but they blew it dead. So
Josh Cady was halfway to the end zone.
Right.
Before the whistles really started blowing.
So, folks, one more time, we mentioned it earlier this evening. We have a contest going on tonight, and you can win this prize package of Bruin gear. All you have to do is go online to PulaskiAcademy.org/give online and make a donation to Pulaski Academy for $5 or more, and you're entered in the contest. We're going to give this prize pack away in the 4th quarter.
There's Sisk. He pitches it to Rucker. Rucker is looking for room on the right side. Doesn't find a whole lot, but he take that back. He picked up about 6 yards. Gets just beyond the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. But you were saying with these donations, though, if you're gonna donate $50, do it 10 times.
Well, I'm just saying
5 times or 6 times. How many?
Whatever you want to donate, and remember, it's tax deductible.
Yeah.
So, get those in there. And if you were going to make a donation to the school, then now's a great time to do it. You can get inside this contest. So this is only for those who are donating during tonight's broadcast.
Yep. There's the pitch by Sisk to the left, and that is. We still don't know who number 5 was, Mr. Cinco. Mystery Cinco man himself. And it is 4th down and about 8 to go. He went nowhere on that one.
We did have a fan write in on the Crown Trophy live fan feedback asking, when does the mercy rule kick in? The sportsmanship rule, or commonly known as the mercy rule, kicks in after a team has leads by 35 points or more. And once that happens, even if that lead shortens, then it is still in effect. So once that goes into effect, they'll have a running clock, and it doesn't stop for, well, it does stop for some things, but there's a very few number of things. So now we have,
speaking of stopping,
right, we have a hug and haul timeout on the field called by the Warriors. Let's take a short break with them. We'll be right back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
Bruins fans, for the Lyon College tip of the game. There's more to college than just earning a degree. Look for colleges with programs that excite you. If you like staying active, look for colleges with outdoor programs. If you want to bring your dog along, look for pet-friendly campuses. If you like video games, look into colleges with esports teams and gamer clubs. No matter what you're looking for, remember to look beyond the class listing. Visit lyon.edu to see how Lyon is the right fit for you. Go Bruins!
We are back with 7:22 left here at Scott Field, with the Bruins leading. 7:22 left in the 3rd quarter, mind you, with the Bruins leading 41-7 as the Warriors are looking to convert an aloft 4th down conversion attempt here. And there it goes. Sisk passes it out to the right, and that is number 5. And he is not going to make that 4th down conversion attempt.
Among other Bruins, he was wrapped up by Josiah Johnson. Well, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Grant Swindle. Grant, what do you have for us down there?
The second string is now in, and from what I've been hearing, is probably going to be in for the rest of the game. A couple of captains on both sides of the ball are staying in just to kind of help the second string along with plays and just play the game.
Well, that makes sense to have some of the veterans out there. Here is Bruffett in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers to the right. He has the snap. The pass is out there, and it's complete to Jalen McKinney on the right side of the field. He's going to pick up about, looks like 3 or 4 yards.
No, he's going
a
to
little more than that. It's hard to see from this angle, I guess.
Yeah.
That's about a 5-yard gain.
It is.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. 6 minutes, 16 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, normally we're on the other side of the field. We can see the markers clearly where
true.
they are.
That's
now
true.
we've got guys standing in front of it.
Yeah. So there's the snap to Bruffett. Passes out there, and that one's complete to Zach Biagioni. That's enough for a 1st down. Great reception by Zach.
I believe the yard marker guys subscribes to the Coach Kelly Field of Shorts.
Right.
School of Shorts, whatever.
School of Shorts.
Yeah, we just kind of been like the cheerleaders have slowly been putting on
more gear,
more clothes.
Yeah. Here's Bruffett in the shotgun. He has twins stacked on either side. There's the snap. The pass is out there, and that was intended. Yeah, that should have been pass interference, but that there was no flag on the play there. Even Caleb Nichols was looking like, where's the flag? Come on.
I mean, when the receiver jumps up for the ball and gets pushed away from the ball before the ball gets there.
That's textbook.
So 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here.
Looks like they're using the exact same formation. Twins stacked on both sides. There's the snap. Lots of pressure. Oh, a little shovel pass to Caleb Nichols. And he makes his way inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone, and he is stopped at the 10-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Bruins.
For those NFL fans, they probably recognize that from the Chiefs pulling that one off this weekend.
Chiefs.
They somehow, and I don't even know how Patrick Mahomes did it, but he somehow was able to underhand pitch it.
If Matt Nillis is out there watching, he appreciates that mention, I'm sure. Big Chiefs fan.
Well,
Bruffett,
your Eagles, I'm so sorry about that.
Tell me about it.
Not sure what they were thinking.
There's Bruffett in the gun. He has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. He's under pressure. He's got it, way out there. Let's know he is not going to come down with that one. That had to hurt.
Oh, goodness.
Ouch.
And that was on the – what is that surface?
I don't know. Grant, can you run down there and tell us what kind of surface that is? What
is it friendly or not?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not, but he's going to go down there and he'll give us a sideline report on what that material is. That looks like it hurt.
So it is 4:54 left in the third quarter. Bruins inside the Caldwell Toyota red zone here, looking to convert.
Bruffett again in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. He has Caleb Nichols in the backfield. This time, man in motion. That's a handoff that goes, wow, okay, that was a handoff to Cameron Mercer, and he passed it up there to Tyson McCarroll in the end zone for a touchdown.
I believe that's what we call a senior play.
Right.
Was that a senior play, first senior play of the year?
Let's see. Is that
Cameron Mercer?
Cameron Mercer. Yeah, he's a 6'0" senior, normally playing defensive back, getting to throw a pass out there. I think that was the first senior play that we've seen of the year.
Well, and that will kick the sportsmanship rule into effect with 4:45 left in the third quarter.
Wow. Looks like the Bruins are staying out there. The officials are all in a huddle, and they did put those up.
Yeah, now they're taking it off.
Yeah, they're taking the points off of the scoreboard. So the scoreboard currently reads 41-7. We're going to see what the officials do when they come out of this huddle.
They're going to say that was.
Oh, there was a flag on. I didn't see the flag out there at the 10-yard line.
Oh.
So they're saying it is second down now.
And
looks like 2nd and 21 to go. It's not quite at the.
Ouch, that hurts. For Mercer's.
Yeah. That hurt.
Not sure what the penalty was.
I'm not sure either. I didn't see him mention anything. Even the coaches on the sidelines over here, and they're having to call the play dead because the coaches their coaches from Hall are out on the field asking what in the world just happened.
Yeah, we got confusion.
I'm not sure
mass
what.
Hysteria, cats and dogs.
Right. Grant, tell us about that playing surface down there that he landed on.
It is the surface that he landed on. It's like hard turf. It's like turf that's like almost like glued together to be, I don't know, it's like concrete. It's like laying on concrete.
Oh, yikes.
That thing had to hurt. He just felt it afterwards.
Wow. That's doesn't look comfortable. It doesn't sound comfortable at all.
So that
pass was intended for Tyson McCarroll. It's no good. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and a long way to go for the Bruins. Looks like they're still at about the 16-yard line. It's not quite 3rd and goal, but almost. It looks like the first down marker is right about the 1-yard line. So Bruffett's still out there. He has twins on either end. Oh, no, that's a flag. That's going to be on the Bruins. They're going to roll it back. There's false start because I think there was a receiver on both sides that were supposed to be in motion. Well, one of them cut to the right. The other one went straight out.
Yeah,
and I think he was supposed to cut across the other side as well. But
too much movement.
Yeah.
So it is now 3rd down and 20 with 4:36 to go in the third quarter. Bruffett's got his work cut out for him. it's basically 3rd and goal from the 20 is what
Right.
it is. Well, I'm sorry, they can get a first down at the 1-yard line, but at that point, why not just go
Right,
on?
exactly. Bruffett's in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to get pressure. These passes out there, and it's complete. Was that? I think that was Zach Biagioni that received that one.
So that was a gain of 6. Still got quite a bit of work to go here from 4th down.
Right. Got to pull something out. 4 minutes, 15 seconds, and counting left in the 3rd quarter. Bruins lead this one 41-7.
I would not be surprised to see this one go to Tyson McCarroll. All 6'3", 170 of him in the end zone. Just lofted it up there and let him come down with it.
.6'3", 170, and he's a sophomore.
Yep.
There's a flag on the play. That's going to be a
PI roofing penalty for
delay of game.
Yep.
Golly.
So we see Cole Kingsborough head out there. Bruins now looking at 4th down and 18 to go. This is a Aloft Hotels 4th down conversion touchdown attempt.
Right. Here's Bruffett again in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left. On the left side is Caleb Nichols all on his own. There's the snap. He's got lots of pressure, but he's got some time too. The pass is out there. Almost complete to Caleb Nichols. It hit his hands and bounced right off his face mask. So the Bruins are going to turn over on downs deep inside Warrior territory. If you have to turn over on downs, it's a decent place to do it.
Well, and he wasn't going to get the first down, at least not on the catch. He might have gotten some yards after the catch, but it was going to be close. It was inside the 5, and he just could not bring it in. So with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Warriors going to start off with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Sisk is going to be under center here. He's got a man in motion behind him. He gives it to that man in motion, and that is Rucker. He's up the middle, and he is going to pick up about 16 yards before he's brought down. He's helped up by a number of Bruins there. Mercer was in on the tackle. Wonder what happened with our public announcer.
Public address? What happened?
I just haven't heard him.
Oh.
Yeah. Public address guys not addressing us. So there's the snap. Siska's going to keep it. He's going to gain maybe a yard as he lunges forward. That was Fuda Shinkawa on the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 to go with 2 minutes and 22 seconds and counting left in the 3rd quarter. Warriors huddling up here.
Closing in on 2 minutes left in the 3rd.
Yep. There's Sisk under center. Got a man in motion. He pitches it to Rucker. That's the man in motion, and he cuts up the middle, trying to go off tackle and just couldn't find any room. As that was Christian Rose, sophomore, 6'2", 205 pounds for the Bruins, getting his name called out for the night, first time of the night.
Right. We're closing in on the last few minutes before you can get in on this contest tonight. Remember, we're giving away this prize pack of Bruin gear. All you've got to do is make at least a $5 donation to Pulaski Academy. Go online. It's pulaskiacademy.org/give online. We're going to give this away late in the 4th quarter.
Oh, and so they still have time in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, a little bit, yep.
Okay.
And prior to the snap, there's a PI roofing penalty flag on the field. They're going to take a timeout. Looks like they took the timeout before the clock expired, so let's take a timeout with them. We'll be right back. You're watching Bruin football on PA Live.
In Week 4, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game was senior inside linebacker Luke Witham. Luke's favorite class is Advanced Topics Mathematics with Mr. Turker. He is an excellent student, having earned a 3.7 GPA. In his spare time, Luke enjoys hunting, fishing, and doing anything outdoors. Please join us in congratulating Luke Witham, the Hatcher Agency Defensive Player of the Game.
And we are back. Folks, we want to thank one of our great sponsors, Caldwell Toyota. They are passionate about helping drivers find the vehicle that's right for them for the most affordable prices possible. That's why they carry such a large selection of new Toyota models, because whether you're looking for something sporty, efficient, versatile, family-friendly, rugged, or all of the above, they're confident that they have a new Toyota model here to meet all of your needs and then some. Visit them online at caldwelltoyota.com.
So here is Sisk under center. Warriors looking at 3rd and 7. The give is to.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh, is he cramped up down there? It looks like
C.J. Smith. He was hobbling on that foot earlier this evening, and I'm afraid much like Dylan Brown, he was trying to play through it, and
right.
Unfortunately, looks like it got the better of him. We'll hope that young man's okay over there as he goes to take a seat. So it is 4th and 8. Warriors are going for it. That's Sisk under center. He's got Baker behind him. Fakes the handoff to Baker. He's going to throw it in the air, and it is intercepted.
Oh, nice! Intercepted by Josh Cady.
That is Cady, and he is at the 45. He's at the 50, and he is tackled right at the 50. So that is going to be.
That was Darius Woodus with the stop. He made it inside Warrior territory. He got stopped at about the 49-yard line. Wow. Great job, Josh Cady.
Yep. Well, as we come to near the end of the third quarter, 11 seconds left in the third here. Remind y'all we have the Bruin Claw awards to give out. Feel free to chime in on the Crown Trophy hotline or whatever it is. Caleb Nicholas is the handoff. He is at the 40-yard line. A little spin move gets him there, and he is brought down at the 39-yard line. As we hear the buzzer.
That's the end of the third quarter. Our score here, Bruins 41, Warriors 7. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
The Week 4 Holloman & Associates Offensive Player of the Game was junior offensive lineman Max Gorman. His favorite class is Pre-AP Calculus with Mr. Dunn. He is a member of the Chinese Club and Model UN. In his spare time, Max likes to play video games, hang out with friends, and collect football cards. Congratulations to Max Gorman, the Holloman & Associates Offensive Player of the Game.
And we are back. Bruins are still huddled up.
Yeah, I've got some a penalty total for you all. The Bruins have 6 penalties on the night for 45 yards,
Ouch.
and the Warriors have 6 penalties for 45 yards.
Oh.
I mean, it's identical. Both teams have given up an interception so far. So we saw Josh Cady just pick that one off for the Bruins. They're going to start off with the ball at the Warrior 40-yard line. Let's see who's out there in the shotgun.
Trying to see who that is. That is Pfizer. Pfizer's looking to the right side. A little bit of pressure, but getting some help. Still looking. The pass is out there, and that one is complete to Jalen McKinney.
I'm not sure they're going to give that to him. He was bobbling it right near they are.
Yeah, the referee says, I'm not listening to you guys. I saw the play.
I did too, and I'm not sure.
Okay.
But anyways, they're going to give it to Jalen, and you're going to say that's a first down.
So they're going to place that one at the 20 7-yard line. 11 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the game. Pfizer is out there in the shotgun. He has twins stacked on both sides of the field and one man in the backfield to his left. There's the snap. Little play action. Pass goes lateral across to Jalen McKinney, and he makes a pickup of more than 10 yards. That's enough to move the chains one more time.
That's what you want to see on this screen pass. You got the other receiver's going to make a block, but the intended target is going to have to make his man miss, and that's what Jalen did to pick up those yards.
It's a good question about why the clock isn't running. I'm not sure.
So 11:30.
Pfizer in the shotgun, man in motion. There's the snap. He looks to the right side, getting some pressure, and now he's going to be sacked in the backfield for a loss.
That's what you call a coverage sack. He had a couple of targets he thought he should go for, and I imagine he's just thinking back to those interceptions he's thrown and second-guessing himself, which not what you want to see. So under 11 minutes now.
Just under 11 minutes. I was just about to say that. We've got Pfizer again in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers wide to the right, one lonely man out on the left side. There's the snap. He's looking to his right side, getting lots of pressure. He better get rid of it. There's the pass. Oh, and batted down. That was intended for
Jalen
McKinney again. And I didn't get a chance to see who that was with the stop, but he's had some good pass defense there, slapping the ball away.
Yep, definitely excellent awareness on the Warrior defender's part there to snap that ball
But
down.
again, the clock is stopped.
Well, it does stop it if an incomplete pass.
No, not once we're in. No, we didn't. That's right. We're still. I forget that they took that touchdown away.
Yep.
Right. So we still don't have the sportsmanship rule, or the sometimes known as the mercy rule, is not in effect just yet. There's the snap to Pfizer. He's looking to the right side. The pass is out there, and it was intended for Nick Giesel, but it kind of hit him in the knees.
Yeah, if he hit him in the chest, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick was ready for it. It was well targeted. Now there's a penalty back at the line of scrimmage, PI roofing penalty, and that's a holding penalty. So it's going to be 3rd and 19 as the Bruins say, well, we're.
I think he signaled.
He said they declined it, I imagine, but it was 4th and 14, so they did decline it. I'm sorry. As you probably should in that case.
So here we are with our Aloft Hotel 4th down conversion attempt. There's the snap. Looking straight ahead. Out there, and no, nothing having it. I'm not sure whether that was intended for Giesel or McKinney, but neither one of them received that one.
Neither of them really,
Boy, the Bruins having some trouble here in the second half, so they're going to turn it over on downs again.
And the Warriors going to start with the ball at their own 14-yard line. 10 minutes and 17 seconds left in this game. The Bruins have it comfortably in hand, but doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Certainly does not feel like it.
Not a moral victory. You know, it's a victory, but a moral loss maybe.
Pyrrhic victory, perhaps. So here is Sisk under center, and he gives to someone who's running backwards.
I think it's number 9.
That was Baker?
Yeah,
that was Baker. He was trying to make something happen and ended up costing his team about, they're still marching backwards. It's going to be
Manikai Baker.
2nd down and about 18 to go. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to get those donations in.
That's
Not
right.
even that.
Not much time left. We're going to call a winner here soon, so if you want to participate, do so.
Here's Sisk. He's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to get hit hard. After picking up about 5 yards.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I was just going to say, once again, we are giving away that prize package of Bruin gear, and all you have to do to get in is make a donation of at least $5 or more to go online, PulaskiAcademy.org/give online, and this prize pack could be yours in just a few minutes.
So exactly 9 minutes left in the game. Sisk is under center. He's got a man behind him and a man in motion. Nope, he's not in motion. Sisk is going to keep it.
Oh.
No, he's going to pitch it. Dangerous pitch there.
Yeah,
It succeeds, but it is not going to be enough for the first down, and they are going to have about 5 yards to go in this fourth down. I noticed that C.J. Smith actually was the man it was pitched to, and is that who is down again? Yeah, we saw him go out limping earlier.
Yeah, I think it may be. He's hurting.
We got
quite
a hug
bit.
and haul timeout.
8 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the game.
That's more time to donate.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Hopefully he is okay.
Yes. And he is up. He's walking once again. And hopefully he will just take a seat for the night. I don't want to see him get back out on the field tonight.
Right.
Once is –
he needs to rest that one up.
Shame on whatever. Twice. Hit me twice. Whatever it is. Can't hit me again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Hope needs this fourth quarter is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy.
There's the punt. And it is going to go way up there, but not too far. It does take a Warrior bounce right over the 50-yard line.
I have said several times that I think we should, and I know she's going to interrupt me and say no, but I've said multiple times I think we ought to have a mic with Christina on the air.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there is some funny stuff that happens in my earphones.
Do you know how much Katie would love that?
Do you know how much all of Bruin Nation would love that?
Make it happen. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, see, as predicted, she says,
chime in.
No.
Let us know. Tell us how much you want to hear.
Tell us on the live fan, on the Crown Trophy live fan feedback, how much you want Miss Carroll on the air.
Oh. You see, y'all, even now, y'all are getting to miss.
Yeah. You don't even know what you're missing.
Oh, you can't say that, Christina.
Davis Halsell is out there at quarterback. He has the snap. The pass is out there, and it's just across the 50-yard line. It's a gain of about 5 yards.
So, with 7 minutes and 56 seconds left, Halsell is getting his chance out there. So he's in the shotgun. He's got Nichols behind him, and we've got we got a timeout, a hug and haul timeout by the Warriors with 7:43 left. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to PA Live.
Senior Bennett McDaniel is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Bennett has played on the Bruin baseball team since his freshman year. He is also an integral member of the student section and attends as many sporting events as possible and actively cheers and supports his fellow classmates. Please join us in recognizing Bennett McDaniel, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week.
And we are back here at Scott Field where the Bruins lead 41-7 with 7:43 left in the game. Christina, I just want you to know that my children support the idea of you getting a hot mic, a live mic. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to disappoint the children.
Well, and I'm going to tell you right now that Ron and Anna Sophia Jones, they both said yes, yes, yes.
Yep. Yep.
She said, oh, my.
So here's Halsell in the shotgun. He's got Caleb Nichols rolling out behind him. Nichols makes one man miss.
Get away.
Makes a couple more, force him to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That was
I'm sorry, right at the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 5.
C.J. Smith with the tackle and also with assist, getting him back up on his feet.
Yep.
Good sportsmanship. I like to see it. Let me tell you about my best friend.
Okay.
No, not quite.
See, this is why you need to chime in, Christina. Yeah, exactly.
She said no singing. Hossel in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Man in motion. He's looking to pass. Pass is out there, and it's complete to Caleb Nick. Nope. I'm sorry. I saw the 4, and I thought it was that's Jalen McKinney at number 1-4, not number 2-4. I'm so used to seeing him with the reception. So that's enough to move the chains. That's first down, 10 yards to go for the Bruins. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the game.
There's Hossel. The shotgun, he's looking deep. He's got Caleb Nichols, and it's in and out of the fingertips of Caleb Nichols. He takes a lick after the incomplete pass for his troubles. That was number 5 for the Warriors. So it is going to be second down and 10 to go with 6:27 left in the game. It is getting a little chilly out here as Hossel's got a man in motion. That's McKinney. Fakes the pitch. He's intended target. That was Tyson McCarroll, but Hossel just threw it behind his man, and it didn't really matter. It was all for naught because there is a PI roofing penalty on the field as the Bruins are marching backwards. Folks, this game is brought to y'all by Arkansas Family Dental tonight. Arkansas Family Dental provides gentle sedation dentistry. Goodness gracious.
You got that one?
Yeah, it's industry dentistry.
Did somebody sedate you while you were reading that?
Possibly. And offers a wide variety of services, including orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, Botox, dermafillers, and will soon be offering sleep apnea treatment. Come see us today. We treat our patients like family. That's ArkansasFamilyDental.com. Go there and schedule your next appointment.
Yeah.
Or your first appointment.
Charlie Pfizer in the shotgun. He has Caleb Nichols in the backfield on his right side. Twins on either end. There's the snap. Lots of pressure. He's going to have to get rid of that pass. Whoa! And that one just bounced off the hand of Zach Biagioni. I think he was expecting just a hand later.
It was tipped.
Was it tipped?
Yeah, it was tipped by, again, number 5, the mystery man himself.
I think if he had just that much longer when he turned around, he could have had could have caught that one still.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I think that was good defense too, because he pushed it towards us, and it was wanted to go the opposite direction.
Pfizer again in the shotgun, same formation, 2 men on either end, and he has 1 man in the backfield on his right side. There's the snap, rolling back, looking to the left side. Pass is complete to Caleb Nichols. He's across the 40, the 45, across the 50, the 45, the 40. 35, the 30, and finally shoved out of bounds pretty hard out there by Kavion Rucker. So that's easily a first down, but there is a PI roofing penalty flag at the 36-yard line. We're going to find out what that one's about.
Charlie Fisher put the hurt on someone out there. That was number 53, not to be confused with
Charlie Pfizer. Now, here's something else. This is also Charlie Fisher's first game back after having been out on the injured reserve list for quite a while.
They got a block in the back on the Bruins, so that hard work by Caleb Nichols and company, all his blockers, was undone as that ball is going to be taken 10 steps backwards. So the Bruins going to be looking in third and, is that right, 20? No, that's not right. That's going to be 3rd and 17 with 5:43 to go in the game.
Yeah, we don't have a sportsmanship rule in effect still, which is unusual for the Bruins at this point. There's the pass. It's out there, and that's complete to Tyson McCarroll. He comes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down, but it does bring them back just past the original line of scrimmage before that last penalty.
Yep. Got another 4th down, Aloft Hotels 4th down conversion attempt here. It's 4th and about 8 to go. And there is a completed pass to the far side of the field. Let's see who that intended target was. Warriors players are signaling incomplete pass. That was McKinney. He was caught. He appears to be hurt. Do not want to see that at any juncture, but just late in the game when you're just trying to get reps in, get practice in. And
well, let's while they're seeing to him, let's take a short break away from this, and we'll be right back with more Bruin football on PA Live.
This Friday Night Spotlight is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Pulaski Academy would like you to join us in recognizing our core value Student of the Week, Harrison Rainey. Harrison has worked endlessly with PA Live for the past 2 years. He currently serves as the producer during football home games. He does this while managing a challenging course load, including researching and writing his thesis on stem cells. Our core value Student of the Week is brought to you by Caldwell Toyota. Just another way Caldwell cares.
We are back, and Jalen McKinney was shaken up on the play, and he's coming off unassisted, so that's good news. We're lucky that we have our team trainer out there checking him out.
They're going to say it is short, so that is a turnover on downs for the Bruins. It's about a half a yard shy. With 5:04 left, the Warriors going to start with the ball at their own 18-yard line. Folks, I'd love to hear your thoughts on who should get the Bruin Claw Awards for the night. I'll go ahead and tell you.
That's the Crown Trophy Bruin Claws. There you go. Tell us what you think.
First of all, I'm going to go ahead and tell you Joe Hyman is not going to get it. Not because he doesn't deserve it, but he's gotten it 2 weeks in a row, and it's just about time for someone else to get their break. On both sides of the ball. Let me hear it, what y'all have to say, what y'all think, and certainly take it into account as we see Sisk under center, and he is going to keep it and make a gain of about 2 yards, maybe a yard. We'll see. It's going to be second down with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game.
Who do we have next week, Holt?
That's a good question.
We'll be playing Maumelle at home, I believe.
Are we?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was them or Whitehall.
Well, you got me questioning it now. I think maybe you're right. I think it is Whitehall. Let me look it up before I say that, right here live on the internet.
Yeah,
there's
the pitch to the – oh, goodness.
I don't know where I had Maumelle in my head. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They have Whitehall next week at home. So if you want to come out, do so. Otherwise, we'll have the game live for you right here on PA Live. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, I highly encourage you to hit that like button, thumbs up, hit subscribe as well. It really helps us out.
So here is Sisk under center. That was C.J. Smith once again back out there that was on the carry. We got a PI roofing penalty on the play. They're saying offsides on the Bruins. I'm not sure. Must have just lined up in the neutral zone, but the flag was thrown before the play started. Normally, with your offsides penalties, they're going to let the play run. That was Sam Ryans coming off the field. Just getting some instruction for the youngster.
Sam is a senior this year, isn't he?
Is he? Nope. Nope, I'm sorry. He is a senior.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. All right, so there's the handoff to
number 9. That's Baker again.
Baker, and he picks up the first down and then some. He's stopped right at the midfield marker. So it's first down, 10 to go for the Warriors, right at midfield, like I said. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Has either team scored in this half?
I don't think so, no.
So There's Sisk. He fakes the pitch. He's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards before he's brought down. That was Preston Spann in there on the tackle, as we see Ryan's come back out there to replace Caden Pickett. Caden Pickett gets some instruction from Coach Thrash. Here's Sisk looking at 2nd and 5 with 2:40 left to go in the game. Sisk fakes the pitch. He's going to keep it on a bootleg to the right side, and he's going to run out of bounds. That's Hunt Harrison on the stop or the pressure. So 2 minutes and 37 seconds left. That does stop the clock. So here's Sisk under center. Sisk is rolling out, looking to pass. He's got a man deep. He hits that man, and that man is in the end zone for a touchdown. That was number 3.
Goodness.
Timothy Price on the catch and the touchdown. He was able to get around Bo Miller.
Just a great job there.
The Warriors put 6 on the board with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game.
And of course, that ends the scoring drought that we've had in the second half. Of course, the Bruins put up, I think it was 20 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the second.
Yep.
And neither team has scored anything until just now in the second quarter with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game.
Yep. So the Warriors going to send out their kicking team. I'm going to go ahead and point out the Warriors have been playing with the second-string quarterback the entire game.
Right.
As we saw Dylan Brown go out early with an injury. There's the kick, and it is blocked because it is bobbled. The snap was bobbled, and so that is going to be a failed extra point attempt, and the play is whistled dead, as they do. With 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, the Bruins will have the first onside kick, or I guess kick, return, whatever attempt in the half for them. Interesting. Got some feedback suggesting that Joe does deserve it, or questioning why he shouldn't get it.
Well, it's a valid point.
I did not realize I would be sitting in the judges. Normally I'm on one side or the other. This is unfamiliar territory for me.
Right. Break out the gavel.
Considering it.
Said, why don't you give the Bruin claw to a player 3 weeks in a row? Well, why don't you?
Why not?
Well, if he earned it, he earned it.
Yeah. I'm thinking Caleb Nichols might have earned it, though.
I don't know. I mean, how many touchdowns did Caleb get?
2.
How many did Joe get?
4.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
But if we're talking just touchdowns, are you the type that's going to argue wins by pitchers?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, they'd vote for Joe. Who is this? Who is this masked person? We're sitting here talking about you in the third person. Join the conversation. But their vote is for Joe.
Okay.
I'd have to agree with them, but I could be persuaded. I'd rather be persuaded than defeated, as Carson the Butler once said. You know, you're looking at me like, what? Go watch.
Christina, help me out here.
Go watch Downton Abbey.
This is where.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This time he has 3 receivers stacked on the right side. That was Davis Hossel. Passed it out there, tried to get it to Nick Giesel, but it unfortunately hit him right in the hands. So
and that is why we don't allow her.
I didn't hear what she said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the person who is voting is that's Bailey from the class of 2011.
All right. Well, has Bailey contributed a video?
No.
Well, then I don't.
We'll talk about that in just a second.
Yeah. So
there's the snap. Handoff goes immediately to.
Oh, look.
That's Caleb Nichols. Okay, well, he picked up the first down. We'll see. The game's not over. He may earn it.
2 minutes and 1 second left in the game.
Well, so Bailey and the rest of our PA alums, I invite you to check out my latest, or at least one of the most recent posts on Facebook, where I give you a step-by-step on how to send us a video. We'd love to have you featured on PA Live, telling us what you're doing now and where you are. So here's Hossel in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers on the left, 2 to the right. Pass is out there. Oh, and it's slapped down. That was intended for Tyson McCarroll.
That was Devin Brown on the defense. That was a nice little slap down. His fellow defenders out there telling him, why didn't you hit it and bring it in? Well, because he was flying it.
Right.
However fast that ball was going, like you say, like it's such a simple thing. Minute 44 left in this game.
Let's see. Hatim Samuni says 1, yes, Miss Carroll needs to be on the live feed, and 2, Joe Hyman.
Oh.
There's Hossel with the snap, looking to the right side. The pass is out there, and it was intended for Will Hawkins, but it led him just a little too much.
Yep, just a bit out of reach.
This person says, FYI, the track material around the athletic field at Hall High is tartan track. But the problem was earlier, that play that we were talking about, it's actually the material of the surface behind the end zone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a pink colored material, but I think it looks like it's harder than the track surface. That track surface is real nice. It's kind of bouncy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to land and slide on it, though. I mean, it's pretty rough. So there's the snap. It's a bobbled snap to Halsell, but he recovers it and throws it out there, and Tyson McCarroll receives that. Whoa, I think there was a punch thrown.
It was a
helmet to helmet?
Helmet to helmet, yeah. That was
Well, he came up and kind of turned his shoulder.
Oh.
I'm not sure that there wasn't, but either way, 2 flags come flying in. So more than one judge saw it. So they're going to discuss it and come out of there. 1 minute, 10 seconds. The clock is running. The clock is actually running with a flag on the play. Trying to actually signal.
There we go. And it stopped after it kicks like 20 seconds off.
Wow. It literally ticked off 20 seconds.
And the referees are saying this PI roofing penalty is going to take us into the Caldwell Toyota red zone.
Right. Deep into it, actually. Let's see. And I wonder if, the referee didn't even notice that the clock kept going.
So with exactly a minute left, Halsell's in the shotgun. He's got Nichols to his right. He pitches it to Hawkins, and he is going to get into the end zone.
Oh, yes, he is.
For a touchdown, Bruins.
Nice job.
That was Will Hawkins on the end around. Sophomore gets a touchdown. That was a rush. That was a touchdown rush for Mr. Hawkins. And Von Siegel is going to be out there to kick the extra point attempt. And this is actually, if he makes it.
If he makes it,
that is going to put them at 35. I was making sure my math was right. That's actually going to put them right at the sportsmanship rule.
Let's see, there's seconds. A PI roofing penalty flag.
I'm going to say offsides.
Offsides, yeah. Let's see if they go for 2 this time. No, it doesn't look like they will. They're all ready to kick it one more time.
And
no.
Another offside.
Another offsides. They're just really anxious. There's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Nice. Good job by Von Seelig. 51 seconds remaining in this game. The Bruins lead 48-13.
You know, we haven't really given out any scores tonight.
Yeah, we need to do that.
To see if I can hunt down. I know there's at least 3 games involving goodness, sorry, I'm checking Max Preps here, see what we can tell y'all.
Let's see, we have one fan that says from the Crown Trophy live fan feedback, they say give it to Caleb, he's a senior. Joe has all next year to get it. Another fan, Jonathan Baumgardner, who was number 70 for the Bruins, class of 1992, he says you don't give it to the ball carrier again and again because he wouldn't get a yard without his linemen and other blockers.
See, I thought about that, but I'm afraid Coach Kelly's not going to be happy with the blockers tonight because the quarterbacks have been under a little too much pressure. So we've got a
car alarm going off right behind us.
And the Warriors, that is Smith on the return, and he was stopped at the 37, 38-yard line.
Well, folks, we've got about 30 seconds remaining in this game, and so now is the time we found our winner of tonight's contest, chosen at random from all of those who participated in our donation drive for Pulaski Academy. The winner tonight is Haley Watson. Congratulations, Haley. You are the winner of the prize pack tonight. We're going to, Leanna Wall will be in touch with you on Monday.
As we got 5, 4, 3.
There's the snap. Looks like you're going to get one more off. And that is the end of this game. The Bruins win this one 48-13. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and wrap up tonight's broadcast. You've been watching Bruin football on PA Live.
Senior Bennett McDaniel is our Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week. Bennett has played on the Bruin baseball team since his freshman year. He is also an integral member of the student section and attends as many sporting events as possible and actively cheers and supports his fellow classmates. Please join us in recognizing Bennett McDaniel, the Bowen Heffley Orthopedic Student Athlete of the Week.
All right, going straight back to our Crown Trophy live fan feedback. Way to kick it, Von Seelig, from your Aunt Shirley. Let's see. Robinson tonight was beat by Trinity Christian from Texas, 54-0. How do you like that one?
Ouch.
Ouch City, I think.
The Little Rock Christian beat Whitehall 38-14. And
not surprising there.
Nope. And then I'm trying to find, there he goes. Well, we don't have a score from the Watson Chapel Jacksonville game.
All right.
But
I'm going to check the other source here. 48-13. I'm going to end this one and then go check these other scores. I want to thank everyone for participating tonight in our donation drive for Pulaski Academy. Again, you can continue to give those donations anytime you like online at PulaskiAcademy.org/give online.
Yes.
So next week,
Whitehall.
Whitehall at home.
Back home.
Back home. Yep.
Home again.
Nice fun game there. So either come out to the game if you can. Of course, there are limited tickets. So if you can't be there, we would love to have you join us here on PA Live. And if you do come to the game, bring a radio and look on social media for the frequency, and you can listen in along with us live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what stats can you give us right before we close this out?
Oh, and I got to get out a couple of awards.
Yeah.
Yep. So first of all, I've got my reasoning. I'm going to hand down my ruling.
All right.
I am going to give the trophy to Caleb Nichols.
For offense.
For offense.
Okay.
And the reason is because, first of all, he had 4 catches for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 4 rushes for 39 yards, but he was out there the entire game. And he was out there basically, he was kind of a punching bag at the the last quarter of the game while he was trying to help the second stringers adjust and get used to it, and he was a safety valve, and that's what you want to see in a senior. That's what you want to see him out there.
Yeah.
Not just putting up stats, but also being a leader and showing them how to do it and how it works. For the defense, going to give it to Cameron Mercer. I do. First of all, I feel bad for him because his
senior play.
We don't even know what the penalty
yeah,
was.
he never the officials never did tell us what that penalty was for. So.
Yeah. So, anyways, his senior play should have been a touchdown. Great effort by I believe it was Jalen McKinney to come down with the ball. But he also had a sack on the night, a tackle for loss, and five tackles total. So, just a great all-around effort by him. He's been a constant force on the defense for the Bruins this season. I mean, just steadily putting up numbers, nothing flashy, nothing super, but tonight he really came through, was hitting them in the backfield when they needed it and just making them big stops. Well, we have a surprise special guest on here with us. It's Coach Thrash.
Coach Thrash, yeah, I'm putting my cameras up and they're up here, so I'm like, all right, I'll come on.
So what can you tell us? What did you see out there tonight that you I guess felt like was working and wasn't working and needs some work on?
Defensively we played pretty well, but you could tell on both sides of the ball, not that we didn't respect Hall, but we were looking more towards Whitehall.
Yeah.
And Hall's good. They're getting better. They got great coaches over there. They didn't have a lot of players, but they're a good team. Good secondary, good defensive linemen. I mean,
absolutely.
They played well.
Well, and of course they lost their starting quarterback, which didn't help their case. Hopefully, Mr. Dylan Brown's going to be okay. How excited are y'all to get back home?
Oh, you look at the year and you're like, have we even played there yet? It's been so long since Robinson, and then that whole Life Christian game just, it felt like a dream, basically. You're like, we shouldn't be playing people that look like this.
No.
So that just, didn't feel like it even happened. But
no.
But, yeah, we're ready. And I think we got 2 straight weeks at home. I could be wrong, but that's going to be big, just to play at home. We love playing at home.
So I have a question. Who is the I guess we can kind of tell who the leaders are on the offense because it's kind of more apparent. Who on the defense really is just the guys that step up and kind of take charge when you need them to?
God, I mean, there's so many on the defense. Now, vocally, it's Fuda and Isaiah Woods.
Yeah.
But then, from I forget what they call it. What they call it, leading by action, or what's the other one called? I don't remember. But leading by example.
Yeah.
Josiah, Lane. God, we're really blessed. I mean, we've got a lot of seniors on defense.
Yeah.
And they all have their different, unique things. Like Zach Terry tonight, best game he's played since I've seen him. And he practiced well this week, and we talked about it. When you practice well, it will show up in the game. So him helping us there too. But yeah, we've got so many seniors on defense, and they all got different things they bring to it, and I'm excited about our defense.
Well, Coach, I got one more question. It's not really about the game, but we're lobbying Christina Carroll to join us, as kind of to be able to chime in on the game. She does chime in, but it's not live. It's just in our ears.
Okay.
Don't you think that should happen?
Yeah. Are y'all debating whether it should happen or not?
Well, she doesn't want it to happen.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay, but y'all do.
We want it to.
A woman's perspective on the game.
Yeah.
And I know she's been doing this. Y'all been doing it a couple years now, right? 4. Wow. So she's been with y'all the whole time?
3.
Yeah.
3 years. Yeah.
Yeah. A woman's perspective would be nice.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Go get warm.
I know. Hey, good job. Good job. We'll take team win. Takes everybody.
Yes, sir.
Glad y'all are doing this.
All right. Take care.
All right. Well, that's it here. Let's see. We've got our stats. We've got our awards.
Yep.
I think we're done. Well, folks, we'll be right back here. Like I said, next week we'll be at home playing against Whitehall. Join us again. Thanks so much. Good luck, good night, and 73.